Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey there, besties. We are back. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see that it is working. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I know I was supposed to be here earlier. I know. Don't come for me, okay? I had shit to do. And I still ain't done. I haven't made it to General Hospital. I haven't made it to Dollar General yet, so that's still on the list of things I got to do when I'm done here. Is Nicole here yet? I still got to wash clothes. I got to fold clothes. Kofa's not on until Monday. Shout out to Kofa. He don't feel good. Hopefully he feels better for his show on Monday, which he had to postpone from Thursday. So we look forward to that show. Shout out to RBN. I see he is here in the chat because we're going to basically do part 2 from last week to catch up on his stream from how long it was ago, child. I don't even remember at this point. My bad. I'm supposed to have a co-host, but you see that he is not here because this is what happens when you depend on others. See, this is why I don't be depending on other people, okay? Because they don't do shit the way I need it to be done. This is why I do this shit by myself. You can't depend on nobody, okay? I'm just saying, all right? So anyway, we'll go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say about birds. I ain't got nothing to say. Anyway. Oh no, she's here already. Nicole, laundry is on the list. I got to wash. I definitely got to wash. Whether I fold and put away, that's a completely different story. But I definitely have to wash. Damn, she ain't gonna give me no breaks, y'all. She ain't gonna give me no breaks. That's all right, boo. That's all right. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna pick up from last week with RBN's video, but then I want to go over the live stream from ARP when I was on that panel. And then I actually have shout out to Freezy. What is it? Channel's called No Captivity Freezy, I think is the full name, but I just call him Freezy, which RBN, I didn't even know about that man until you sent me something about some video of his or something. So now it's like, I'm always there. Child, listen, this is how Freezy work. He'll start at 8. Then I'll go back at 11. He's still on. I wake up at 2. He's still on. I wake up at 3. He's still on. I wake up at 5. He's still on. I wake up at 6. He's still on. That this morning at 7, I'm on the damn show. Child, and I don't even remember what I went up there for, but anyway, shout out to child, who was it? Fatty was on there, and Obsidian, who was the guest yesterday. Who the guest was this morning, I have no idea, because child, that live stream has to be, he must be doing 12-hour live streams. Shout out to Sandra Faye, who's doing a 24-hour live stream. Good luck to her. Child, good luck to her. So tonight, I guess I can wake up and just check in on her and wake up and she'll still be on. I check in on her. Child, y'all got that. One of these days, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it for the new year, okay? But at this point, no. These live streams be long. 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours. That's a damn enough. I know y'all don't want to see me that much. And child, I'm not trying to talk that long. I don't even have that much to talk about lies. I could, but I don't know where she is over there. Child, she is over there putting on makeup and spinning a wheel and child doing all. I'm just watching. I can't be typing all day to give y'all a hard time in your chats. I can't do it. Okay. But I'll be there for support. I'll let the shit play so you can have the views. All right. Shout out to the World Class up in here. You might go live. The World Class was up in there. Allegedly, he started the trouble at 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. Allegedly. That's what I was reading in the chat, that he was the person that started it. So they was over there talking about red pill talking points and stuff like that. So whatever. Anyway, so we're going to get to it alone. All right. So let me let y'all know that I found a word of the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the word of the day, child. Shout out to dictionary.com and shout out to those that actually use it. Okay. So we have chaos. Hopefully you can see that. Chaos.
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 Okay. Now maybe I did this before, but after this morning on Freezy Show, chaos. They blame you because you blame them for everything. Oh, there's a lot going on over there last night. So chaos. So there'll be a lot of chaos going on around here. Okay. Speaking of chaos, shout out to Fatty. Came right in and had some chaos going. All right. I'm not saying that it was his fault. I'm just saying Fatty was there and there's a lot of chaos that happened. And I'm like, listen, you know I love you, Fatty, but y'all, you know it'd be very chaotic over there. I'm just saying. So we'll see if he invites me back. Anyway, so it says a state of utter confusion or disorder, a total lack of organization or order. Any confused, disorderly mass, the infinity of space or formless matter supposed to have preceded the existence of the ordered universe, obsolete, a chasm or abyss. So I think we're going for a state of utter confusion or disorder, a total lack of organization. And the synonyms to that is tumult, turmoil, jumble, and disarray. And I think they all apply a lot of times to a lot of these damn panels, which is what Freezy was basically talking about. Not just the panels, but a lot of these panels be half damn crazy, saying the same shit over and over again. And his point was, do y'all talk about anything but bitches? I know I don't. I'm gonna talk about y'all. Oh, I'm gonna talk about y'all because I'm a biatch too. But yeah, and then they don't talk about nothing else. But Fatty says that he's doing politics now and he's gonna do finance. Cause child, if the colors, shout out to everybody that's here, but if the colors don't need some financial shit, nobody does. All right. I said that. I meant that. So the antonyms, which means the opposite, for those that don't know, it says calm, peace, and order. Now, who don't want no calm, peace, and order? I know I do. Okay. So that's why I stay away from shit like that. Anyway. So yeah, so that is our word of the day. And look who decided to come to work today. Where are we at? There we go. What the hell? There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sir.
Don't raise your voice at me.
Don't start. You just got here. Don't start.
What up?
Wake up. What the fuck?
I said, what up?
No, don't be acting like you sleep. We ain't got time for that. We got shit to do. RBM wants to talk to you about the birds.
RBN, what up? GSBA, RM. I'm not.
Do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm asking you if you want to talk about them or not. It's up to you. All you gotta do is rub your hands together, Birdman.
Right?
Look at Donna. She said, speaking of chaos.
Donna, I'm gonna get on your heels. You better be.
Oh my God. So the rundown is that I'm gonna go over the live stream that I was on Wednesday. And we're gonna look at those videos that ARP showed, and then look at Freezy from this morning, and then go back to RBN if you got time for all that. All right. So let me go ahead and bring up the first segment on ARP. Did I change my views? I think I changed my views. I did. All right, I'll fix it while this is playing. So can y'all see this? Because I know it's pretty small. I'm trying to make it bigger. Pause. I'm trying to make it bigger so you can see it.
Hey, yo.
I know Reaper remembers this. So it says, man introduces a new dating concept of financial celibacy. Financial celibacy, y'all. Okay, y'all remember that? All right, here you go.
Yo, man introduces a new dating concept of financial celibacy. Yo, I've been saying this for the longest time. The same way that, the only way a woman can truly know if a man is truly for them is by keeping their legs closed. Same thing applies to men. Fellas, if you want to know if she's truly for you, keep your wallets closed. No, for real though. Ladies, are y'all going for this? If you dating a guy, he's a great guy, but y'all pop out, y'all go grab some food, bill come and he hit you with the, it's a little too soon for me. I'm saving myself for marriage.
What you got to say?
This is not new, but yeah, sure.
You said so that you mean it's nothing new on what he said about a new dating concept like that? That's not new.
Nah, that shit not new though.
Oh, Worldcast called Drizzle Drizzle. I remember when we was talking about Drizzle Drizzle. Where did it go? Where did it go? It went away. It didn't go away. It went away.
Oh, the drizzle, yeah, that shit. Yeah, it was hot and then it was not. Like it was in and out. Hella
Yeah,
fast.
I totally forgot about it till he just now mentioned it.
It was before. These things that people think are new ain't new concepts, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's newer to the modern world where like you see something that's wrong and you introduce something, just a thought process or whatever the case is. But it is what it is.
Mm.
If she wanna if it's me and you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I say let's go out. Then I'm saying I'm wearing the bill. You smell me?
Mm-hmm.
If you say yo, let's go out, then you wearing the bill.
Mm-hmm. But you know they don't. You know women don't be asking men out.
So hence, but remember too, at the same time, the chivalry died off.
Okay.
So naturally, it was men that took women out to court.
Yes.
So when women, let's call them vagina, let's call them the vagina having species, right? Decided to fight against femininity, they also killed masculine chivalry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that simple. So we just watch it move down the line. They want to fight wars. They want to do everything, which is fine. Do what you want to do. Ball like a dog. I'm not in your way, but don't expect to have it each. Don't expect to have it every way, anytime, however you want it at the time. It doesn't work like that. You got to pick a lane.
Mm-hmm. Or out here saying that women do ask men out. Is that the norm? Come on now. Is that the norm?
That's why I don't pay attention to smoke. I don't pay attention to the fucking 10% conversation. It doesn't move the needle.
Right. Right. For the most part, that is not what happens at all. Especially with all these videos that we be seeing with these just talking about you got to spend $500 before I go anywhere because I need my hair done and I need all this stuff done. Earl, you just being difficult.
Yeah, it doesn't move the needle. Earl is being an asshole.
Yeah. Shout out to TD. Shout out to you, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, dude's still afraid of missing out, but don't see these women still going full speed ahead. Spend your money on yourself. Uh-oh. Spend your money on yourself, fellas. That's what TD Tell them says. Okay. Uh-oh. World Class says, women ask men who they find highly attractive out on dates. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yo, whatever, fuck it, dog. That's the life y'all living. That's your life experiences. Cool.
Oh, well, maybe that's what it is too. I'm just thinking about what's the norm, and I just don't think that's the norm. That's all I'm saying.
There you go, because there is a baseline that we've already had, and we will always have. There's a baseline. Now the baseline changes, and that's something that we see as a whole change. It doesn't move like one and it moves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like the feminine shit, that whole shit shifted.
Okay.
So the foundation is still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. Sometimes I'll just be thinking about, for the most part, because they wouldn't be sitting on this damn internet whining and complaining about nobody approaching them. If you see somebody that you are all into and everything, then you should be going ahead and saying something. Women would be scared, in my opinion. But what the hell do I know?
But then again, too, but at the same speed though, they want this is the mind fuck. They only want a certain man to approach them, and if anybody else approaches them, then that person is now a creepy person.
Exactly, which is what the gym ended up being, and why that's destroyed now.
And they can say the same exact thing. Hello,
mm-hmm.
My name is John James Smith. I'm from fucking Alexandria, Virginia. And that ass look hella fat. two different people can say the same thing, but because you are interested in one, it's okay.
That's true. That's true. That is true. Your boy's coming for you. Let me go to the next segment.
FBA?
RBN, yes.
Yeah, the FBA. I'm tired of his shit.
So this is a second video that he played, right? So this is a man who found out that 3 of his kids were not his. Okay, 2 or 3, and then they were having Thanksgiving, and he was taking his time to process it. But because they was having Thanksgiving, the women in his life said, "Let me bring these kids over because you should see them, even though they not your kids." Does that make sense? That's the premise before I play it, so you understand what's going on. All right?
Of course it makes sense.
Hear this story here. Play, guys.
I told you I was sorry. I told you I was sorry. Mistakes happened. But
this man discovers children are not his after 6 years. Confrontation erupts on Thanksgiving. A man discovered that the 3 children he had raised for 6 years were not biologically his. The man learned the truth only weeks ago and has been struggling emotionally ever since. He reportedly asked the woman who betrayed him, along with the children, to leave his home while he tried to process everything. However, on Thanksgiving Day, the man's family decided to invite the woman and the children to the holiday gathering without asking him. They believe the kids didn't deserve to be punished and hoped the man would eventually accept them, even if they were not his biological children. When the woman arrived at the house with the children, the man became visibly upset. Witnesses say he rushed to the front door and blocked them from entering. He told his family he felt completely disrespected and said he was not ready to see them, especially after learning the truth so recently. The situation escalated into a heated argument outside the home as relatives tried to calm him down. The woman eventually left with the children after realizing the confrontation would only get worse. Someone defending the man's reaction and others saying the children should not be caught in the middle. What do you think?
I want to start with the fellas here. This is an unfortunate situation here. Very unfortunate situation. I will start with you, Uncle Ruff.
I want you to hear what they said, okay?
Don't go too long, though. Don't filibuster, for 45 minutes. But I want to give you the floor to start things off.
18 years, and on the 18th birthday, he found out it wasn't his. Just say it. With these situations, it's absolutely ridiculous. I think women like this are absolutely disgusting. They're actual demons. I think what kind of person would allow that to happen? They say the phrase, there's a phrase that goes, mother's baby, father's maybe. And I actually did I looked at it a few times. 30% of men who take paternity tests find out the child isn't theirs. 30% who take that's just who takes the test. That's not all men.
They said those numbers were even higher over in Jamaica. They said the numbers were even higher, but keep going.
Yes, sir. And that's what and this is why I'm 100%. I'm a 100% advocate on just making paternity tests mandatory at birth. Just swab the baby, swab the father, swab the mother. That's it. And then I'm all for and I'm not gonna say I'm all
paternity test, which is happening somewhere, right? I don't. People be long-winded over here. But that's what I think it's Kansas or somebody has it, or it's starting to be something, right?
Tennessee.
Huh?
Tennessee is to talk about it.
Okay. I don't know how Jamaica took it.
Right. If they make the paternity test mandatory at birth, you would find out. You would find out what you need to find out pretty much, right then, at least within, a couple of days or so. Ms. Michelle, I want to get you in here on this conversation. I do have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Is his family wrong? They know that this happened. They know this went down. Are they wrong for inviting this young lady and her children?
I think that might be the first place I was going with that. Nobody is thinking about him. They're thinking about themselves. And these poor kids in the middle as well. Do I belong here? Do I not belong here? Is that my fault? There's so many things going on with so many of these kids. It drives me nuts because everybody's thinking about themselves on the adult level, and they never think about what's going on with these kids at their level, what they understand, what they're hearing, what they're going through. We coming to see my dad. He don't want to see us. You think anybody's taking the time to give them any mental health or explain anything to them? So they're out here, just in the world feeling whatever they feel. And they're absolutely wrong for not letting him know and doing that, because then they're not thinking about his mental space and where he is and what he's going through. That's never going to happen. But I absolutely believe in mandatory. I don't even care if you're married. Mandatory, just do it because you're already there in the hospital anyway. What difference does it make if you just take a prick or take one of the blood samples and just go ahead and do it? I don't even know why that's not a thing, because when I was born, you didn't have to wear a seatbelt. Now I have to wear a seatbelt or I'm going to get a ticket. So just have it be, you get a paternity test. It's just going to be like getting a test for diabetes or something. Why that hasn't happened, I don't know. I know it's happened in a lot more states than it has, but it should be in every state, period, everybody, married or not, in my opinion. That would help.
I agree with you 1,000%. That should just be a thing. And the fact that in 2025, it's not.
Right.
With all the changes that we've had, there was a time when you could smoke your kids out. you know, in the car. There was plenty of time. My father was, you know, my pops was a smoker. Man, we all.
You could smoke on planes. Before I play the women, what you think?
I think you're right. There's two people getting hurt in the scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kid doesn't have the opportunity to actually be with their DNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And enjoy to see the DNA, how DNA affects how behavior works, right? And then the other person, which will be the father. The father doesn't. The father is hurt because now what he's done, he's given and invested enough into the child, right?
Mm-hmm. But is that a thing? Are you allowed to be hurt?
Am I allowed to be hurt?
Yeah.
I think men are extremely fucking hurt, to be honest. And it's just that we taught to deal with it or told don't address it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when we actually explode. It's not because you didn't wash the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
It's because 15 years ago, my mama was a prossy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let her boyfriends and them treat me however. You feel me?
Yeah, but I was saying it facetiously, like y'all are
No,
not. Okay.
No, I know what you're saying for sure. I know what you're saying for sure because we don't have as a man, we don't have the human. As a man, society doesn't give us a human ability to even be hurt or have emotion.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to just take everything and just roll, right?
Yeah.
It's very few women that sit there and say, "Yo, I fucking get it,"
Mm-hmm.
and care enough to actually ask and not just ask and pass and like, "Yo, what's up? Like, you good? Like, I'm good." Because that's exactly the response you're gonna get.
Absolutely. So that was what I had to say. Let's hear what the rest of these women had.
Would she sit the children down and say, "Hey, mama was out here, you know, in the streets"?
The type
Will she
of
take responsibility?
Ain't that what you just said? Ain't that what you just said?
You know, I never seen this show, right?
Huh?
You know, I never seen this show.
I know you haven't. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Exactly. But for the most part, and from what I've seen being here on the internet, men are usually saying have the same what is the word? Thoughts about they think about situations, but women be all over the place, never the same, vastly different, here, there, and everywhere. So I want you to hear this.
Or will she point the finger and blame this young man for kicking them kids out?
The type
Will
of
she
woman
take
that she
responsibility?
is, the type of woman, the fact that she did what she did, she probably will not take the blame for this because her actions already show you the way that she rolls. Because she literally 3 children that he thought all 3 were his and none of them were his.
That's crazy work.
She's not going to be upfront about, well, no, this was mommy's mistake. She's not going to do that. But the reason why I said I agree with Jasmine is because who knows if those kids know, right? And it was number one, the parents was atrocious. Like in our family, you can't just be, if we done, you just can't be bringing, you can't invite them. I don't care. We got to have a meeting. I don't care if y'all still.
Oh, they can't invite the ex over without your permission?
Ex is not invited. We're not doing that unless I say, hey, okay, right? But in this instance, they were already there. And the fact that the kids had to witness that will scar those children.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part where I said he should have just, he should have mustered it up, suck it up, even if that means take his food and be like, you know what, I'm out or whatever he needed to do. So the kids didn't have to feel it. That's the only part where I said they were wrong. The family was wrong for it. So I would have dealt with the family privately. I would have dealt with her privately, but not put those kids through because the kids are already going through it and they're going to have to go through it because they had to move out the house. Sure. They don't know why they had to move out the house, especially the ages because I saw they were carrying one around like on their hip and stuff like that. So all they know is this is my dad, and all of a sudden I can't live with my dad. And now for them to be in this space where now we come for Thanksgiving, clearly they've been coming to Thanksgiving for however many years these children have been alive, and all of a sudden, daddy don't want us in the house for Thanksgiving. That's scarring for them. So I would have preferred if he had just suck it up, let them come in, have Thanksgiving, and deal with the situation because yes,
but he did deal with that situation. He kicked them out and told that woman to kick rocks. He did deal with it.
He did wise, but at the same time, his family did what they did. Like I said, they were wrong. She showing up, she was wrong, but those kids are innocent in that. So that's what I'm saying is problematic. And I just want to say, I also want to agree with Celeste on the mandatory testing, because I agree. You can't just, now we want the government involved in all of our stuff. We saying we don't want them, but then we want them to, no, you are able to, as a man, say, you know what? I would like to have my child tested. Why does the government have to do it? You're man enough or you're woman enough, whatever it is, you can say, I want my child tested. So you don't need to ask the government to assist you on that. That is something you should be able to stand on your own 2 feet and request.
Can I ask this question? And Ro, I'm gonna get you in on this. I want to.
What you think?
Because the government has a fucking great hand in this, right? When in the paternity, and they cut some cheese off of it, right?
Let me just tell you what she's responding to. The Celeste woman, I had said mandatory testing. Celeste said, no, you don't need it. The government is too much involved. And okay, and Crystal is agreeing with her. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Exactly. So exactly. So what I'm saying is, because when you go into the paternity system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because their hand is already in it, they getting a slice of the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So why not make it fair and clean? So everybody has to pay into that system.
Mm-hmm.
Is legitimately in the system for a specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm jacking what you're saying for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Make it legit, married, unmarried, just that clean.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no argument down the line. There's no more traps. There's no more system. There's a whole system that. Are we gonna do this thing where we act like there's not a whole child support system?
So Celeste did say that she doesn't think that there should be any child support either, right? She said child support should go. You made a mistake with whoever you had kids with. Y'all figure it out, and the government should get out of it, which we know is not going to happen. But I don't disagree with her from that perspective. She did say that. But if it's in place now, and if we know it's not going anywhere, taking it one step to pay for the damn or to get a paternity test to be required is just one more added layer, so people don't get into situations like this. Because what Crystal's saying, he should have just sucked it up. That goes with what you said, and basically what Wise is saying is that people don't take the man's consideration into it either, because the woman didn't give a damn all this time that she knew them kids were not his. But now all of a sudden everybody else supposed to take the high road, and I'm a proponent of fuck y'all and them kids. If you didn't did something, that's just me. If you did something wrong,
I was trying to stay out of that lane.
Mm-hmm.
I really was trying to stay out of that lane about her and her fucked up behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to stay out of that lane. If you gotta take when you have a baby,
Mm-hmm.
you have to register your baby, right? With state.
Yes, Social Security number, yes.
Boom! Right there. Then the government's already fucking involved. What are we talking about government involvement then?
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I didn't even think about the Social Security aspect of it, but I'm just thinking about the fact that child support is already here and it's not going anywhere. So we can ensure that these situations where someone has paid their whole life for some kid that wasn't theirs. Now, should a dude be man enough to say that he wants a paternity test? Well, maybe everything has been everything that he feels that he don't have the need to have to ask for one. But I told y'all when we had to put our first kid, we had to put Mr. Messi's name on the first kid's birth certificate, because when we had that baby, we weren't married. They said you got to do a paternity test. I said, do that shit. People need to be worried about people that's always like they don't want to do shit. I don't give a shit. I know who this baby belongs to. Do that shit. Why are women all up in arms about the fact that there even might be a mandatory paternity test? That says a lot, honestly, if you ask me.
Now you go back to the female nature. Now you start talking about the deception and selfishness of female nature. And we're not going to go down that route, at least not right now.
Mm-hmm.
But simply, the government is already involved in it.
Exactly.
So why are we acting like why are we acting like the government ain't involved in day one? It comes out, you smack it, it cries, right?
Yeah.
You name it, you fill out the paperwork for it. The government's there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole system, a whole. The dude does not have to be there. There have been men that have literally went their lives being normal and found out they have children later on in life.
Yes. It usually happens at funerals. This is when we
the
find out.
child don't belong to him.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, the child belonged to him. Whatever reason, she ran out of town. Imagine moving on in life. And somebody tells you can't buy a house because you have a lien.
Yeah, that happens.
You have static because you have a child, and you don't even know the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a random woman saying you the daddy of something and you never even popped her.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
That system, which we know the system is broken already.
This is amazing.
The brokenness already exists so deep and it's so entwined and twisted into this thing that it became a normal thing for people to behave this way. You understand that?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know it. World Class said,
I'm about to get pissed the fuck off.
Okay, hold on. But listen, World Class said, but what I don't like is the part where Crystal suggests a man should have been accepting of the children because they're just babies, yet it ain't applied to the chicks that invited them.
No, he's absolutely right. It's because instead of them going at that fucking rat, instead of them going at the vile person and trying to put tree jackets on Buddy, no, they wanted Buddy to sit there and suffer. So that means they don't care.
Yes.
The pure poison and violence of this.
Yeah.
They want you to sit there and suffer under something
Yes.
and wake up every day. Dog,
yes.
Bro, dog, who you talking to, dog?
That's where my point of view came from, because that's what Y said, and that's where I was going anyway. Y'all don't even have any respect for your own relative to not even bring these people over. They invited her. They said, "Come on over here." That's your family. That's your family that did that. Of course, she's gonna come over. This part is not the baby mom's fault.
I'm telling you,
this part is not her fault.
Females of the family who did that shit.
Which goes on with what Kofa said.
Females in that family who did that shit because guess what they think? I was a mother once. And I know what to raise a child is. And children need fathers. And at your fucking own detriment, they will send you to the fucking gulag. And this is supposed to be your mother, your auntie, your sister, your cousins. They will send you to the gulag. Because guess what? At the end of the day, as long as they feel good, it's okay. Nothing matters. We go back to that selfish nature conversation. I'm telling you, it wins every single time across the board.
Yeah. Shout out to Snuggles. Thank you, Boo. He says drop the link. Maybe later. There's another segment here. Hold on a second.
You know Snuggles? I don't know Snuggles.
Yeah. Snuggles is a chaos causer. Shout out to Snuggles. All right, here's one more segment of this.
They should take 120K remote.
Hold up.
Oh, okay. So this is the question about taking 120K or taking 240K. That's what this discussion is about.
If they should take 120K remote, fully remote, or 240K to go into the office. And I was like, huh? And without even checking their profile, I absolutely knew they were a Gen Z. I knew their age started with a 2. Because for you to even ask the question of whether you should take 120,000 extra dollars a year just to go to the office, just to march your little booty to the office, sit there, fuck around for a few hours, make some friends, eat the free donuts and leave. What do you guys think goes on at the office? It's not that scary. It was for a time, but right now it's not that scary. It's not that scary, especially for 120,000 extra dollars a year. It's not that scary. It's nice. It gives you structure. Make you guys less weird if you made some friends and had somewhere to be. So I'm just saying. so much money to be back in office 5 days a week. I'm sorry. Right now, there's a debate on TikTok. Would you rather be fully remote for $120,000 a year or be fully in office 5 days a week for $240,000 a year? Most of Gen Z is saying the 120K. Most of the millennials are saying the 240K. I'm sorry. You would have to pay me so much more money than 240 to be in office 5 days a week. Ultimately, what we're working for is freedom. Money buys freedom, but time buys freedom. But also, freedom is freedom. Do you want to work from New York City or do you want to work from Mexico City? And that's one of the things that I don't think people are accounting for. You get to work from the city that you want. If you say New York City at that 240K, you're going to pay big city taxes. Maybe
Wait, what?
Paris. There is not a
Wait, hold on. What the fuck?
But what she's saying?
Money buys freedom, but time. What? Wait, hold on.
She's Gen Z.
What?
She's Gen Z. Clearly. She's talking about you have to pay me a lot more. She don't have experience to be being paid a lot more. Is she a doctor?
What?
This question was originally posed to Generation Z. But he brought it up, and you see that this panel is basically Generation X and above. So the video is being answered by basically Gen Z. And they all here talking about, she's talking about you got to pay me more. And yeah, her time and all that other stuff. All right.
Put on that flexibility, in my opinion, that makes sense. Also, with all that extra time that you have, not commuting, not engaging in the office, BS, find a side hustle, make that money up in a way that allows you to be more financially free. That's just my opinion, but I'm curious, what do y'all think?
Content creators are out of touch. I'll tell you who's out of touch. I just saw a video where somebody was like, would you rather take $120,000 a year to work remote, or would you take $240,000 to work 5 days a week in office, literally double, an extra $120,000 a year? I'm thinking about my money, about my business. That's a no-brainer. Evidently, it is not a no-brainer. They're in that comment section talking about, no, absolutely not. I would take that remote job for $120, have to pay every single time. Are you dead ass? In an economy where we just had to crowdfund because millions of Americans got their SNAP benefits cut by the government and could not afford groceries for them or their family.
It's not that scary, especially for
So World Class wants me to rewind it before I play it again. So clearly the debate is, would you take 120 or would you take 240? And everybody got all these reasons why. Everybody got their reasons why, right? So now everybody is crazy if you don't want $240. And in my head, what I hear when I'm hearing this conversation is like, you motherfuckers can't even handle $50,000. So you're not going to be able to handle 100, 120, 200, 250, a million. Be broke. We'll be broke real quick. That's just my opinion. Let me play it again for
$120,000 extra dollars a year. Now there's a debate on TikTok. Would you rather be fully remote for $120,000 a year or be fully in office 5 days a week for $240,000 a year? Most of Gen Z is saying the 120K. Most of the millennials are saying the 240K. I'm sorry. You would have to pay me so much more money than 240 to be in office 5 days a week. Ultimately, what we're working for is freedom. Money buys freedom, but time buys freedom. But also, freedom is freedom. Do you want to work from New York City or do you want to work from Mexico City? And that's one of the things that I don't think people are accounting for. You get to work from the city that you want. If you say New York City at that 240K, you're going to pay big city taxes. Maybe you work from Tokyo. Maybe you work from Paris. There is not a number that you can put on that flexibility. In my opinion, that makes sense. Also, with all that extra time that you have, not commuting, not engaging in the office, BS, find a side hustle, make that money up in a way that allows you to be more financially free. That's just my opinion, but I'm curious, what do y'all think?
She is the epitome of the problem. She is totally the epitome of the problem. She's basically saying two things at the same time. And again, these people don't know nothing about money at the end of the day. Go ahead.
If you was in Montana, Wyoming, Arizona, and you had to go to the office and make $240 5 days a week, that just sound proper though.
Mm-hmm.
It's these fucking city people that want to live this metro life have such a fucking opinion about people. And I get it, because the majority of people live in coastal land and they live close to metros. I got it. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But look how short their vision is.
Yes. Yes.
Their vision is so short. And they feel so important. You are not important. You're not
But and I'm not sorry to cut you off, but what are you getting a side hustle for? What are you getting a side? If you're choosing 240, get a side hustle, ma'am. When do side hustles end? How much money before y'all start with the side hustle shit?
They don't know. They have no. I'm telling you.
I know.
They have zero idea of the value of a dollar. They don't know it.
Exactly. But these are not these people on the screen, but these are the people that everybody's sitting up here listening to, and they out here talking about what they worth, what they're going to accept. These people don't even negotiate their salaries. That girl talking about she deserves a lot more than $240. Ma'am, please go to hell. That's why you're probably sitting there with nothing. Go ahead.
That's why I keep fucking telling y'all people. Listen to people that say the word deserve versus the people that earn shit.
Mm-hmm.
Deserve means you feel. What you earn is what you get.
Agree. They're not trying to hear that.
I'll keep telling.
You know they're not trying to hear that. But people be listening to people like her. And even the other dude, like let me play the responses actually. Shit, because I'm about to choke.
240 or 120, Michelle? What you taking? You taking a 240? You taking a 120?
I'm taking 120 because all those people don't know what to do with 120, 240, 36,000. That generation don't even want to work. So who thinks they're going to take 240 and know how to manage that? They can't manage what they have. Me personally, I'm 120 because sometimes I don't even think people know what enough is. Does anybody even know what enough is? So,
I mean, $120,000 is a lot of money. That's $10,000 a month. That's what is that? 2.25 times what the average person earns here in America. 120K is a good chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
What are you taking, Ro?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm taking the 240. I'm taking the 240 all day.
All the men will take 240, which is not a surprise. And
we do that shit any fucking way. Because we do that shit any fucking way. We go to work every fucking day.
I go to work every day.
What men don't go to work every day?
There's plenty of men that don't go to work every day. We see them on TikTok whining and complaining. But
okay. Blue collar, white collar, like industrial men, right?
Blue collar definitely go to work every day.
If we remove the other part of the world, which is media, TikTok, YouTube, right? If we remove those guys, sports guys, whatever the case is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The infrastructure people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Work every day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it makes fucking sense.
So the thing about
they're doing
it. I know. Nicole says to work twice as much for less money at home job and side hustle versus 40 hours for an office job paying twice as much. The thing about and I see what CIP is saying. I expect men to say 240. Not a problem. Y'all want to work, y'all gonna work, you have to work. I don't want to work hard. Child, in corporate America, if you're making 240, you're not leaving at 3:00 like I do. If you are making 240 in corporate America, you're not going to work at 7:30 like I do. Okay. You are always on call. I'm not on call. For sure. When I'm done, and I like it. So the best part about 120 for me, working from home, is that as long as I can work wherever I want, see me in the Caribbean somewhere, okay? So that's why I'm like, when is enough? Because for the Gen Z generation, and even for older persons, 240, 120, 360. If you don't know how to manage and handle money, it doesn't matter what the amount is. You're gonna fuck it up regardless. So I don't have time to play because I want to get into the next video of what they said, but like the Crystal Girl is talking about, if you work from home, they monitor you. If you work in the office, they monitor you because they monitor you regardless of whether you realize it or not. Let me not talk about me in particular, but allegedly, I might not even work 44 hours, okay? 240K, you working 50 plus hours per week.
You maxed that out. You burning them both ends. You burn on both ends.
But I'm just saying people don't think that far ahead. So then when Gen Z, not even this crowd, but when Gen Z out here talking about all this freedom, bitch, you're not getting no freedom at 240. No.
This is the inception of how the wage gap conversation comes in. Remember, they want to get paid the same. Simply because why? You're not burning a fucking candle. The wage gap conversation. Well, as a woman, we was making 70 cents, and they was making a full $1, and That wasn't. You know how much companies would be taken to fucking court? You know, every single corporation will be taken to fucking dog. We're talking about everyone will be in court, from fucking Wendy's, motherfucking JP Morgan will be in fucking court.
They're in court.
Unfair fucking wages.
They're being sued for racism and discrimination right now.
What are we? What are we really talking about?
I don't know.
They want the same. They want to make CEO money.
Yes.
But to be pushing mail in the mail room.
Yes. Yes.
They want the big cheese and still be a mouse. You can't be big and small, dog. To be big, they don't want to do the work that it takes to be fucking big and the gladiator and numero uno.
Mm-hmm.
But they want the same fucking respect, the same results, the same outcomes as being the fucking big cheese. You cannot. What are we talking about?
It's the delusion of Generation Z. I'm telling you, not talking about the panel right now. Talking about Generation Z with no clue, right? So if she's sitting up here talking about all the more money that she should be making, then why isn't she making it if she's deserving of it? Why is she even on here discussing it at all? Then talking about a side hustle. Let me tell you something. If you're making $240,000 and you side hustling, you're fucking up. Which comes back to what I always talk about is the financial literacy part that a lot of people don't know, especially Z, and enough coloreds don't know it either, but swear they know so much, okay? I'll be proving that this week that y'all don't know shit. Not y'all, but others, all right? So then when you go to this crowd that was just on the screen, the Crystal girl was talking about being in the office to have donuts and eat in the cafeteria and to just F off for a couple of hours. Y'all, CIP, I see what you're saying, and maybe that's in your sector of tech. In corporate America, you're working for every 240,000 one of those dollars. You're working, you're working whenever someone calls your ass, and you might have to be the person calling others. Because it isn't just 240 and you hanging out in the cafeteria. I hang out in the cafeteria when I'm at work at 120. You're not. I don't care what nobody say. Go ahead.
Specific industries got their own specific monsters that they deal with.
Correct.
That's it.
Just like who's blue collar, I forget whoever was blue collar. They make more money. They definitely make more money, but they also got to deal with so much more. They don't have to deal with people for the most part. They got to deal with elements. They got to deal with the outside. They got to go to work at 5 a.m. That's the difference also with a blue collar as compared to a corporate who don't have to be to work till 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I can be at home. They don't get no choice. They gotta go. Rain, sleep,
the thing about blue,
shine.
The beautiful thing about blue collar is, once you kind of set, let's say a reputation with your name,
mm-hmm.
you can move on to then become, right, a big dog where you would look white collar, but your business would still be a blue collar type business. So you could, let's say, you could start off as a plumber, right? A plumber, you could do your apprenticeship. You could do
plumber is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I use plumber because it's so easy, right? Mm-hmm. You could do your apprenticeships, your journeymen, master plumbers, right? Lock in with a company, and your name becomes good. Mm-hmm. So then you say, I want to start trend, plum, right? Mm-hmm. And that company is set now. And then I could hire Messi, CIP, fucking Risa. I could hire fucking these plumbers, right? Mm-hmm. I could build them up also. So blue collar is something that could spread like a fucking root, right? And we could all make money. We could go anywhere and it works.
Honestly, they should be making more of the money even than corporate America, if you ask me. because they do a lot of keeping
they are the info, but that's how you know.
That's what it is. Yeah.
The infrastructure, yeah, that's how you know that the system is set fucked off. Because I even think that doctors are blue collar. I think they are blue collar because they're actually in the trench working. I think doctors are blue collar. I do think they're blue collar guys because guess what? They still clocking and they run long hours like we run long hours, right?
Yeah, they definitely do.
It's just a different type of scheme. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're corporate. I don't think they're white collar kind. But we'll talk about that later.
That might be self-employment too. So that's one way to look at it.
But exact a doctor that a physician like a baseline physician can start a physician house, where they just take care of let's say I'm a physician and you're a renter, and I'd be like, yo, let me get your building, and I call people up and I get materials and I get a setup, right? I can run a physician house at any time because I'm certified. I'm a certified general clinical physician.
Yep,
I still blue collar to me.
I agree with you.
That's the way corporate is more business to business. That's the way blue collar is kind of like. Blue collar has more like a humanistic touch to it to me for some reason.
They work hard for them dollars.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, they work hard for those dollars too. But so basically that's what the people in that group, and then I move on. All right, median 50, 55. Talking about, I'm going to use that money and I'm going to go invest. Well, shouldn't y'all have already done that at this point in life? Like, this is what we're talking about? I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. But me, I'm a person that's at the point of my time is valuable. And sitting up here in your face all day while you micromanage me, I don't have time for all that. I barely got time for the shit that my boss give me right now. And he know to leave me the fuck alone most of the time.
Yo.
So I'm just saying, like, you start to make money like that, and it might not sound like a lot to some people, but it is a lot of money. Somebody just said 100,000 or 120 is like 15% of people, and everybody's around here talking about all this money that they make. So I'm a little bit.
No.
What? What?
The money. Not everybody's making 100 bands.
And everybody acting like everybody making $100,000+ they are.
Yes. Yeah. They act like they make 100 bands. They don't know what it takes to even make 100 bands.
I don't disagree.
But to fathom $500,000, $250,000, we're talking about we're talking about, okay, so there's a certain point in where money isn't different, right?
Correct.
So if you making 125, right? I'm making 150. No difference.
Yes.
We're pretty much living the same fucking lifestyle, right?
Yep.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. They don't comprehend that money is kind of like locked into these weird brackets where the lifestyle itself doesn't change.
Your class, where your class is. Shout out to the poors.
Oh, what the classism?
Middle class, the fake. That everybody's just like when these bitches be saying 6 figures, it's like, which one? There's a lot of figures up in there. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Literally, it's 100,000 to 999,999.
Exactly. Right
before $1 billion.
You don't know what you're talking about. 6 figures. Which one? Just talking. So that's why I'm like, so all these people talking about.
They don't know math.
That's what I'm saying. So all these people talking about you're gonna take the 240, which is fine, take the 240. But when you start saying what you're taking the 244, like the dudes are like, I forget what they said, but what stuck out to me is women talking about I will be in the break room and I will be doing this and doing that. And it's like, no, you're not. I don't care. No, you're not. And I'm gonna go invest and I'm gonna do this with businesses. You ain't did that yet. That's just how I looked at it. Because I just feel like it's one thing with Gen Z because they just start and they just figuring it out. They sound stupid, of course. You're going to learn as you go. But y'all, if you all the way up here at this age and y'all ain't figured it the fuck out, okay, whatever. To each his own. To each his own. The one lady that agreed with me on the 120, she's a little bit older than me. So that's why I'm like, at a certain age, y'all sound like these kids. I need all this money. For fucking what? For fucking what? So you can be micromanaged and stressed the fuck out.
To spend it and dump it back into a system, have nothing to fucking show for it at the end of the fucking day. Remember how much money came through the neighborhood?
No.
There were record labels built off of that shit.
Okay.
It was so much more shit that should have been built off of that. When Reagan and them and Contra and them decided to do what they did, cool. The brain should have kicked in to make sure some of those shit put infrastructure in our communities. Didn't do it. In the middle of crime, when everybody's doing crime, everybody has benefit except the Black community.
Look at this. Since you just brought this up, I wasn't gonna play it. Let's look at this since you brought it up. Hold on.
Don't tell me what to do.
I think Danny Omega did this video or posted this video.
People have fallen so far from the plot that it's ridiculous. Like, I see it so much where they're like, oh, we were promised 40 acres and a mule. We were promised this, we were promised that. But realistically, even if we had been given the 40 acres and a mule, we would have sold it back to the white man. It would have been back in their hands anyway. Even if you think about it nowadays, everybody sold grandma's house because they was looking for a come up. Black people did own land. Black people did own houses, but they sold them all when times got hard. The younger generation didn't see the value of, preserving something for the future generation. They only care about like right now, care about Gucci, care about Jordans. They only care about the right now. They didn't think about the future generations that they were hurting by doing that. So I definitely see it so much. Like, we were promised this, we were promised that. First off, even with Black money, it only stays in our community for a matter of hours. That's it, before it's gone. White stays in there for months, years, other race, it stays in their community. Black people, the money literally burns a hole in our pockets. It's ridiculous. So I don't know, I was thinking about that today at work, and I was just like, this girl was talking about how her daughter's quinceañera is at her dad's ranch. And I'm just like, bro, like, how long has your dad owned this ranch? Like, what does he do? She's like, nothing. His grandpa gave it to him and he just owned a ranch, and it's like hella nice. And I'm just like, well, goddamn, like, I wish I had somebody that owned a goddamn ranch, you know what I mean? Owned something before me, you know what I mean? It's like now my husband and I, we own a house and we own land for our kids, but that's our kids, you know what I mean? Like, we had to do that by ourselves to leave them something, And yeah, it took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot, but at the same time, it's like, I just feel like with Black people, I do know that we're starting to buy houses more. We're starting to buy land more. Like, Black people are waking up, but I don't think that we would have been successful even if they would have gave us the 40 acres and a mule.
I guess that's kind of like the reparations conversation. What you think of what she said?
Good point. She has some good points.
Mm-hmm.
When we realize how many Blacks were murdered, I can't say that. Red-rummed, right? Removed, and their land actually taken away.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of tells you the rhythm and the pattern of supremacy, right? Of the white supremacy movement, where we are segregated. We're not gang. We're not cool. Everybody doing their own thing.
Yes.
And then y'all still want to come into our towns because everybody talks about Black Wall Street.
Yes.
Black Wall Street is just one of them.
Right.
So that means that regardless of what we had in that time, and I'm saying we, I'm not an FBA. I'm saying we as a people. It would have still been war for the most simplest things as of land. Even when you go back to when indentured servitude happened, right? They were supposed to work and earn. Even those things right there became controversial because it wouldn't matter because they could just run into your town and body rock you and use documents and try to. It's white supremacy has ran a wicked scheme, not just in America, but if you go look at King Leopold, if y'all want to look at something, if y'all want to see how evil this shit really was, go look how King Leopold entered Congo. Just that simple. I'm done.
So I hear what you're saying because they definitely eating her up in the comments with what it is that you're saying, right? However,
she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all in what she's saying.
But they're eating her up with what you just said in the comments, basically making the excuse that because of what happened with what is it? I forget what you just said, Tulsa and all these other things, and that they did come in and take stuff from us, that's the reason why today in 2025, we're at the bottom, basically. Let's put it that way. Whereas what I know is that, like I said before, my grandfather left my grandmother three houses. And what happened is exactly what she said. We should still have that, and we would be set for life. No one came in and took it. Nobody came and eminent domained it. They sold it because they wanted the money right then and there. There was no thought about future and future generations. So that was then, right? So and I'm born in 1971. My grandfather, I've never known him. So he died well before then. So he died well before then. So it was probably right with Jim Crow, white supremacy, all that stuff that was at the height of it, right? So that right now, especially where it's located in Annapolis, Maryland, the whole family would be rich and be on J.R. Ewing type of time. I promise you, it would be J.R. Ewing type of time. So, okay, they sold it. My mom, if you could believe it, tried to say, we shouldn't sell it. We should keep it. We shouldn't sell it. We should keep it. Nope, because it was 10 kids who got to make the decision. So majority ruled. Now, they're all fine, but everyone else thereafter, including people now, right? We want all this generational wealth. Well, how you going to get it? Y'all ain't doing shit but spending money talking about you want 240 because you want a side hustle. Like, y'all don't even know what the hell it is that you're talking about. When somebody says that the way that, well, first of all, you need to be with somebody else. You combine your resources, your incomes, you buy houses, then you have children. And then whatever comes after that, y'all don't even want to listen to that. So at the point of 2026, because basically it's 2026, we still want to say that it's because of what happened way back when as to why the shit ain't working out now. No, it's not working out now because y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all want to do everything individually. You would rather take trips to Bali and every place else and spend your money there instead of saving it and making the money work for you. Go ahead.
The reason why it doesn't work for me, right? The reason why it doesn't work for me, simply. The genocide that happened in Africa, transatlantic slave trade, the American slave trade, the genocide of the American Indians. Why are we still here then? You cannot remove something that God put here. So yes, turmoil and struggle, sure. Got it. Right? Wrong. I'm not arguing that point. The point I'm arguing is divinity.
Mhm.
Because in pockets,
Hold on a second, because I'm gonna have to let Ashley know that she need to go to fuck on, and don't come over here thinking you're gonna talk about shit that you don't know. First of all, J.R. Ewing is a fucking character, you fucking bitch. First of all. Second of all, you're sitting up here trying to tell me what the fuck my family life is. You don't know shit about me, what the fuck we had, where the fuck it was, how much the fuck it was worth, or anything like that. So maybe you should go on somewhere where your poor ass is, shout out to the poors, and go talk about what the fuck your family need to do and figure that the fuck out and see what the hell it is that you leaving for somebody. Probably nothing, because you over here on fucking YouTube worrying about what the fuck I'm talking about and what the fuck my family life is. Again, something that you don't know near shit about. So shut the fuck up or go the fuck on. Anyway. Exactly, probably one of the poors. Always fucking talking. Of course, it got to be a bitch, because that's all y'all do is fucking bitches. Listen to the fucking discussion or go to fuck on, because you don't know what the fuck you want. Don't come for me. I don't play those games. I do not play those games. You don't like it? Go to fuck on. Go ahead, boo.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I think I was talking about the greatness of Black people and how you can't get rid of us and how we have already succumbed every single disaster that has been brought to our plane. That's what I thought I was saying.
I don't even remember. I see that the trolls are trolling because Andrew, another one that's about to get out. I will fucking yell. I will fucking yell and use this motherfucking microphone any fucking time I want to. And if your motherfucking ass don't like it, go the fuck on and take Ashley with you. Must be motherfuckers with A names today that want to get on my motherfucking nerves. Motherfuckers don't run shit the fuck around here. Shut the fuck up, move the fuck on, and kiss my black ass. How about that blackness, okay? RBM, we about to watch your video. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Hold on. I can't get the right damn view for shit. Whenever Tether comes back. So this is basically going to pick up from where we had left off from before. My bad. Those that know. The rest of them is my ass. All black crack of it, okay? I said that. I meant that. Anyway, he can hear. I'm gonna play it. So we're picking up from where we left off last week.
In terms of a feeling, I love you. They talk about feeling. When you talk about somebody want to be with somebody, they talk about, oh, I want to be with them because I love them. Why are you with them? Because I love them. We talk about love in terms of a feeling. In my position has been for a long time, love is not a feeling, but we describe it as a feeling. Okay. If you actually look at it, love is a verb. Because I know a lot of us didn't graduate from high school. I mean, maybe we did, but maybe we didn't do so good in English class or grammar class. Let me define what a verb is. A verb is
y'all didn't graduate from high school?
Word that expresses action. So if love is a verb, that means love is an action. So action, in other words, love in action. Is what you do.
Yeah.
Baby, love is a verb. See, you could have been you are.
Before we go any further, let me go ahead and acknowledge the super chat from my boy Free.
Shout out to Freezy. I know we kind of talked about it last week. Did you want to comment again?
No, he's absolutely right.
Okay.
Like you know, that's how I get down like that anyway. Like I don't care about fucking I love you, baby. Hey baby. I like your beard. You got such a nice nose. Your nostrils are so cute. Look at your eyeliner.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Not your nostril, though.
The nostril.
We cite source that biblical verse without completely understanding because 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it's very poetic. And it often shows up in wedding ceremonies or in Hallmark cards or some other profound declaration of this thing we call love.
Hold on one second.
So
Hold on. This is why This is why I got a level of respect for the FBA RN, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has a level of sense, and he's talking true things.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plain as day. I call him the FBA RN.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's hella black. He's blackity black. He's plain as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when he takes he's looking at things like how I look at things, like how we have social definitions and how we have real definitions, right? And I remember I had that conversation with you, but societal definitions. So like a bitch would be like, yo, he's a fucking narcissist. Like, what did he do, girl? He woke up and made himself pancakes. They'd be like, so he ain't make you no pancakes? Like, no. Like, why not? Bitch, I was sleeping. What the fuck he gonna make you? If you sleeping, why the fuck he gonna make you sleeping? Who makes people that are sleeping in food? I've never ever tried.
Turn your microphone off. Not that microphone. It sounds like you got your other mic on. Oh, you don't have your karaoke mic on? I think he should have made her pancakes too. They would have just been able to be warmed up. We're not gonna argue about it though. Are you frozen?
No. You sleep and go to fucking sleep.
What?
And then call somebody a name.
What are you talking about? What calling what a narcissist is a name?
Term.
Oh, okay, got you.
You back?
I got you. I still think that you could have made, or whoever could have made the lady some pancakes. She'd have just warmed it up when she woke up.
You want to eat fucking warmed up pancakes, or you want to eat hot, fresh pancakes?
It can be warmed up. It's the thought that counts. At least you thought of me. I made pancakes for years.
I don't want to eat no fucking warmed up fucking nut. Let me tell you something. When I was married,
that's a communication issue. That's what that is. That's a communication issue. But go ahead.
When I was married, what's up? You good? When I was married, my breakfast was fish, eggs, potatoes. That's my breakfast. That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that shit warm the fuck up. I don't want that shit in the oven. I don't want that shit in the microwave. Waiting on me to fucking push the fucking button. No. And then my wife made sure that's my breakfast. Just that simple.
Well, if I get up and I make breakfast, yes, it's gonna smell it, not you. They gonna smell it, and you're gonna get up and you're gonna come eat it, or you will warm it up when you get the fuck up. That's how that work with me.
That's criminal.
I don't care what you call it. That's how it worked with me.
No. So Mr. Messi working night shift. He comes up at 12, right? 12, 1 o'clock, comes home. He lays down for like 4 hours. You and him make some pancakes or some eggs and take him and want him to eat that when he wake up at noon. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
No, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Because if the food is there, the food is there. This is not a call on me and ring.
Yes, no, it absolutely is.
This is not a ring the bell because now
it is.
I'm a Dollar General, and I'm gonna need you to go ahead and eat that fucking food or whatever the hell it is there for lunch. Because noon is lunch. It ain't even breakfast at that point.
Yeah,
it's
that's
lunch.
That's why your asses need to be inside the fucking house. Exactly.
I'm
right there.
in the house. I'm always in the house. What are you talking?
Yeah, y'all out of order. That's why y'all out of order. And now, the things you're supposed to do, y'all can't fucking do them because you got to worry about Mr. Motherfucking Boss Man at the fucking
I was at Dollar General. What are you talking about?
Yo, I promise you, I'm not gonna be with no woman that can't cook food when I want my fucking food cooked. I swear it down. Can't do it.
Guess that's why you by yourself.
Yeah, for sure. If I want fucking oodles and noodles at 2 a.m., yo, Dolly. That's straight. That's straight. All
right. Can we get back to this video?
Yeah,
Lord,
Bible verse as the gold standard of identifying and describing what love actually is. And some of us try to use it as a weapon to illustrate that the one who broke us couldn't have actually loved us because they did not express their love in the way that First Corinthians chapter 13 actually says that we should. So we all like to cite source First Corinthians chapter 13 that talks about love. But if love is a verb, then love is an action, as I stated. Then also, 1 Corinthians chapter 13 can be the proof that I'm saying that love is an action and not a feeling. So if 1 Corinthians chapter 13 is the gold standard of identifying what love is, then if I'm saying that love is a verb, love is an action, and love is not a feeling, then that itself should be borne out in the actual thing. So what I want to do is I want to take a short look at some of these of the verse, chapter 13. A lot of people, when they quote it, they start at verse 4. I'm actually going to go through one. I'm going to start at verse 1 because I'm saying it's not a feeling, but an action. Okay? So 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. If I speak in the tongues of men or angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or clanging cymbal. If I speak in tongues, the tongues of men and angels, if I profess love, but I do not have love, which is an action, the only thing that I'm doing is I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. What does that mean? You are a loud noise that fades. Love doesn't fade. Actions doesn't fade. So if you don't have any action to your love, you're no different than a loud noise in a room that dissipates after that noise has been intimated throughout the space.
It's a lie before God. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you said.
Obviously, you agree.
Verse 2, if I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all the mysteries and knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but I do not have love, I am nothing. Meaning, if I can see, if I can think, if I can have faith, but if I don't do nothing, I am nothing. This is talking about leading into describing love. This is the preamble to verse 4. Verse 3, if I give all
because love is the acknowledgement of action and sacrifice and labor. I'm done talking about shit.
And give my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Meaning, if I do something, but I'm doing it to boast and brag about it, and not out of actual love or good faith, then I gain nothing. Once again, so verses 1, 2, and 3, before it starts describing what love is already setting you up, giving you examples of what happens when you don't take action. Now, all of these things don't matter if you are not taking action, because love, in my opinion, is action. So verse 4, the one that everybody loves, love is patient, action. Love is kind, in action. It does not envy, that's an action. It does not boast, that's an action. It is not proud, pride is an action. Verse 5, it does not dishonor others. That's a state of being, which is also an action. It is not self-seeking, that's an action. It is not easily angered, that's an action. It keeps no record of wrongs, that's an action. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in truth. Those are actions. Love, verse 7, it always protects, action. It always trusts, state of being, which is an action. It always hopes, action. It always preserves, action. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Meaning, if there is no action, it will cease. Everything that described love, everything that described what 1 Corinthians 4 through 7 described was an action. Now, one time, when it talked about what love is, that at one time did it ever say that it's a feeling.
Woo, Lord, you was putting it down. Lord, go ahead. Shout out to Freezy in the building. I see you, boo. Go ahead.
No, on the gang. I know exactly what you're talking about. He's striking iron.
Absolutely.
Striking iron, dog. And it's beyond. And let's say we even take the Bible and religion right out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look at natural life. It still exists. It still absolutely exists. So,
all right.
But we describe, talk about, place value on an action for your feelings. This is not exclusive to women. Men do it too. But here's the other part of this of 1 Corinthians chapter.
I feel like I'm getting told off right now.
13 that we tend to leave out, which is verse 11, which goes in part in conjunction with understanding love, and it talks specifically about you as a person and how you're supposed to evolve. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, when I was a child. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. I reasoned like a child. I use love like a feeling when love is a verb and love is an actual action, but a child thinks of love as a feeling. So when I was a child, I talked like a child. When I thought like a child, I reasoned, I rationalized like a child. But when I became a man, I put the ways of a child behind me. Can somebody praise dance for me? Oh, I feel like praising.
Yo, I must have missed this whole part of the servant child, because you definitely are going in. Go ahead.
Love is labor, though. That's it.
I know that's what you think. Shout out to Conservative up in here. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Go ahead.
Love is labor. That is it. Love is the sacrifice of the thing that you hold dear to yourself, that you bestow upon somebody else, and you trust this person and having that intimate part of something, intimate knowledge and the intimate knowing of you. That's what love is. Labor, but it only shows up in labor, though.
Well, you know, people today ain't trying to hear that.
Because they fraction our relationship. So a relationship now is not well bonded in respect and labor, love, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a relationship is bonded in I want you to do all the things I want you to do, the responsibilities of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get none of the benefits of it.
Who don't get none of the benefits of it?
So men labor hard.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end of the day, if she decides that she's unhappy, she could just walk out the door and take your fucking kids and take your fucking house and take your fucking truck and take your fucking dog and take your fucking fish and take your fucking sheep. Everything. Simply because she's unhappy. So when we look at this thing for what it is, woman, the system we built for a woman to benefit in, they've used that same system to turn around and abuse us with. So when the correction points show up as to what we say DNA checks, and we say, well, let's look at alimony a little bit more. Let's look at the laws of divorce a little bit more. They are the ones that are fucking crying. We're not crying. When you see the rates of people being homeless, when you see the rates of people not having food,
mm-hmm.
It's not men crying about these things.
True, I agree.
So the system you swear to God you wanted has now turned against you. When we built the system for you, so now the grasshopper has came back to fight the master, and the master says you will never defeat me. But they still think they can. After failure, after failure,
mm-hmm.
after failure, after failure. Protect the birds.
Nick Taylor, I'm sorry, I missed the super chat. He said, Trent, Joy Reid said she saw you were singing for her. She said she been hitting her DM, your DM, where she said you're not responding back to her. Say she ready to go, child.
Tap. Chill, bro. That's my dude. End tap. What up, bro?
Anyway,
yo, end tap. You know what? I'll tell her if she got like a little 200, if she got that little 250.
Oh my God! Shut up.
If I get a little 250 off of it, you hear me?
I can't. Come on.
They want to do that in tap.
And psychologists have long defined love as something expressed in care and commitment and intimacy and responsibility and respect and trust. Love is proven not in what you feel, but what you do. Raising a family is one of the most purest demonstrations of what love actually is. It is
well, that's kind of what the whole damn live stream was about to begin with. I didn't know it went this deep because it was about basically what happened to the family. So if he's saying, and I know you're here, that nobody, not nobody, but I feel like, he's trying to say that women don't want to build a family, which is the demonstration of love, actually love. I don't disagree that actions matter, y'all, for sure. Because that's one of the things people be like, you can tell if a woman really is into you or care about you because she'll do something for you. I just heard that one.
Made it because it's new.
And I'm just like, that's true. So how y'all be messing it up so much?
It's new.
What in the hell?
Yeah. So you don't know what it's gonna taste like when you're trying it?
Yes, that's what trying is.
Oh no. Ah, cool.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You know what the mute button is?
I'm gonna use it next time.
Okay. You didn't even hear what I said.
Some of it.
Lies.
Decision to put someone else's needs above your own day after day, year after year. It is an action. It's what you do. And at its core, the decision to bring a life into this world should reflect the desire to nurture and to bond and to sacrifice. Married couples often have children as an expression, as a way to demonstrate to the world that they have some kind of love and stability to share.
Oh, the biggest mistake, child. It's like, I'm just playing.
Historically, people plan, prepare, and build because they want their offspring, their legacy, as we like to say now, to be born into an environment where this thing that we call love is not just a word, but a structure that they can live on. Love is an action. Structure is an action. It absolutely is. But when you have 75% of our children are born outside of that structure, what does that say? It says that that Black folk have confused the pursuit of desire with the practice of love. It says that we've allowed instant gratification to replace long-term sacrifice. And worst of all, it says we are handling our legacies, handling our issues to our children for them to bear burden with and to give them confusion. That's what it says. The fact that we went from 35% in 1970 to 75% in modern day 2022, that is not a minor fluctuation. That is a multi-generational collapse. In over 3 generations, the majority of people, Black folk born in this country, have been born and raised outside of a productive, meaningful, planned relationship, primarily marriage, which is historically which is historically a typical family structure. Black folk is not alone in seeing an increase in non-marital births. We're not alone in the increase, but we are alone at the alarming rate of it.
Exactly, as usual. Go ahead. We already know what it is. Go ahead.
Yeah. You already know. G, motherfuckers be jacking shit, and then you end up holding it back. You smell me?
Are you saying that RBN jacked from you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm saying when they started jacking Black rights, turning into civil rights, you end up holding the bag while they get the benefit. Because at the end of the day, even when you look at today, when they went to DEI and EO and all the other shit, like it's Blacks that end up holding the bag constantly.
Always.
Nobody else is holding the fucking bag. And this is how you could actually see how the foundation of America was really built to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just be backing out of shit, though. I left y'all FBAs, y'all motherfucking hyper Americans. Fight your own fight, dog. I swear it down.
Well, no, there's always going to be somebody brought in. Shout out to Kev G. He said, I knew my wife was the one when she went to visit my parents while I was in Marine boot camp for Thanksgiving. Was just dating them, but she showed me that she loved me. Oh. Who got stories like that? We don't even hear stories like that. What do we hear? He ain't spent enough money on me, and I don't go to the child, what is it? The Cheesecake Factory and dumb shit like that. Well, then something happens like 40 days and 40 nights. Now all y'all on the internet talking about you don't know what you're going to do and you can't feed your kids. Then as soon as 40 days and 40 nights is over, y'all out here buying, everything for Christmas. That's a whole nother live stream though. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
Nah, RBN going galactic, dog. RBN is going galactic for real. Because he's not only talking about the thing that Black people swear to God they fucking love so much, which is Christian church and Bible, but he's drawing a parallel to just everyday life. So RBN going galactic. Voila, just.
Yeah, we miss him. He needs to come back as soon as possible. Let me put it that way.
Despite the fact that we're not the only ones seeing the increase, when you look at our next counterparts that we like to talk about all the time, which is the white folk, white families in 2022, their out of marriage birth rate is 30%. Where was our?
Oh, they doing something about it too. They definitely doing something about it. And talking about it, we've seen that, y'all. They on the damn news talking about you young men need to go out here and go ahead and get married and have a family.
In 1970, 30%, 35%. We're looking at the Trump administration and their policies, and we're looking at them, and we're going to war. Black folk, I'm talking about. We're going to war with Trump's policies, the elimination of DIY, the elimination of useless degrees as a profession. All of this stuff that the Trump administration is doing, they're doing it because these white men, they know what's next after 35%, after 30%. They know what's left because they got Black folk to look at. We are a anthropological study of what not to do. They know 75% is on its way if they're already at 30, and 30 is a tipping point. Is a tipping point. So what is the Trump administration doing? Every one of their policies, if you sit back and look at them, every one of their policies is aimed to bankrupt white women and stop them from doing what Black women are doing, and to kind of force them back into some kind of cooperative structure with their men.
What do you think?
Love it.
I didn't think about it until we talked about it.
Oh, when we was on Back Channel?
No, me and RBN talked about this. Because you remember
we talked about it on Back Channel about the how freedom becomes people's fucking cage. No,
I'm not sure. We talked about a lot, but me and RBN specifically had talked about this, and I never thought about it until he said it. Now, I definitely think that Trump is doing shit to get everybody back in line, right? Stop thinking that somebody is supposed to take care of you. Stop thinking that the government is your friend. Stop thinking that the government is your family. Stop thinking that we're supposed to feed you, clothe you, and everything else. I totally see all that. It's time for y'all to get your shit together, be adults, and be productive in the world. I see, that's what I see. But given when he said this, and then he said, and then I go back to that, there's a couple of videos of some blonde woman on Fox, and another man had said it. They was like, young men, you need to go and you need to get your life together, get off the internet, stop listening to Andrew Tate's and all them other people, and find yourself a wife and get married and have some kids. Because the birth rate is down. The birth rate is down for white people.
Of course it is.
So then if Black people overtake, then that's going to be an issue and a problem. I'm not saying that the birth rate isn't down as a whole, but child, we definitely can have some babies. Imagine if the ABs didn't happen. Where would we be?
That's the exact reason why Margaret Sanger and them put them things in them, and that thing happened in that way.
Child, Margaret Sanger, LBJ, they doing the number. How come the pros ain't talking about that shit?
So when they incentivize whoredom without responsibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have BC birth control, not that of Wazoo, and a clinic, knowing that you are the smaller fraction on the planet. Because white people are, I don't know if people know this, but white people are not the majority on the planet. Are we aware of this already? Or are we lost on this?
Say that again.
White people are not the majority on the planet. They are the minority of the planet.
I don't be thinking about the planet. I just be thinking about the United States. But go ahead.
Well, definitely in the United States, they are definitely still the majority, the minority.
You think they're a minority in the United States?
Yeah, I think so. I think they absolutely fuck. If Europe is supposed to be white, Africa is supposed to be black, America is supposed to be mixed. How the fuck still white people are still the majority? It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm telling you, it just does not work out. We still talking about two continents. Asia isn't white. Add Asia into it, they're not white. I don't think that white people are the majority in America.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Could be. You could be right.
I don't think so. I think these are numbers that I played with for the same reason why I believe when they drew the new maps of America, they made these countries small and big.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Tinfoil hat shit.
Will we be affected by them to a degree? Yes, but they're not thinking about us. Even though we're fighting them, they're thinking about their own self, their own survival, their own development. Their birth rates are low, even though their out of birth rates are going up. They're worried about extinction. So all of these policies that we're out here in the front lines for, they're doing it to try to get their women back in line before their 30% turns into 75%, and they got the institutional structure to do so. So while America as a whole has kind of shifted and out of birth wedlocks are going up, black folk has taken this to the fucking extreme. Have taken it to the extreme. What does that mean in practice? It means that real structured love is not shaping the family. Instead, people are born into environments where fathers are not a part of the structure in the most meaningful and impactful way, and moms are overwhelmed and overmatched, especially when their sons turn into teenagers. And then you got the grandparents out here who are now in their damn 30s and 40s, by the way. You got grandparents out here and other extended families. They're left to try to help pick up the pieces or the world has to teach your son a lesson. And the world will do that one of two ways. They will eliminate your son from this earth. They will eradicate him from this earth, or your daughter. They will eradicate them from this earth, or the system will swallow them up. Because fathers, black men, are not a part of the structure in the most meaningful and impactful way, that will leave our sons and daughters to complete destruction, which is what we're seeing right now.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Correct it.
Black fathers are the most active fathers on the planet today, as the same way we was 1,000 years ago. So, yeah.
What did he say?
Go back.
I was gonna say I must have not heard it.
Go back.
They're left to try to help pick up the pieces or the world has to teach your son a lesson. And the world will do that one of two ways. They will eliminate your son from this earth. They will eradicate him from this earth, or your daughter. They will eradicate them from this earth, or the system will swallow them up. Because fathers, black men, are not a part of the structure in the most meaningful and impactful way.
Yeah. No, that's wrong.
The most meaningful and impactful way is to be in the home. He's right. The most meaningful, impactful way is to be in the home, not coming over every other weekend, not doing that whenever I see you, I see you. No, you need to be there every day. You need to be there when you come home from school. You need to be there in the morning, when it's time to have that breakfast that you got to cook on demand. You got to be there for all parts of everything. When something goes wrong, you're there. When something goes right, you're there. That's what he's saying. He's right. That's not where they are. They're for whatever reason, they're not in the home. Yeah, that's the family structure. But you would think, not you, but people think that the family structure is a single mom and kids, which is not what it is. And we see over and over and over again that doesn't work. And then they wait until there's a problem. Then they want to say, bring your ass over here, because people are selfish and don't think about the kids, which is the same situation over there with that question Wise had with regard to those women bringing those daggone kids over.
Go back. One click. There's one click.
Will swallow them up. Because fathers, black men, are not a part of the structure in the most meaningful and impactful way, that will leave our sons and daughters to complete destruction, which is what we're seeing right now.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue potato.
It's not an argument really. But let me ask you, would it be better for the kids if their mom and dad were together, or if they apart? I think that's it right there.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's it.
Absolutely.
What we're seeing right now, we're the outcomes of that. Now, here lies the contradiction. We talk endlessly about love because our actions prove So our contradiction, we talk about love endlessly, but our actions prove otherwise. We glorify love in our songs and our movies and our conversations. When we're talking about, oh, we need to fix this, we're talking about love. But when it comes to the most tangible expression of love, building a family, we have and continue to fail miserably. Despite us knowing better, we actually know better. And we choose failure every day. We replace love with a survival flex. When you hear black folk talking about how they made it, you got to hear some down in the gutter, hard luck, had to crawl out of the sewer through 8 layers of hell just to make it, just to have, or whatever. We replace love with a survival flex. We replace devotion with lust. We replace commitment with short-term desire. And when the products of that come, which is the kids, they become the victims of this confusion. And just like my buddy says all the time, who's actually live right now, we do 8 layers of hell just to make it, just to have, or whatever. We replace love with a survival flex. We replace devotion with lust. We replace commitment with short-term desire. And when the products of that come, which is the kids, they become the victims of this confusion. And just like my buddy says all the time, who's actually live right now, we do this every day, and it's always wash, rinse, repeat. Shout out to Messy Michon.
What'd you hear?
No, he's good. No. He's smoking.
Okay.
He's smoking Joe.
Makeup, weave. Hey, forgiving us.
Hey, can I get a kiss? Good night. Before I let you go. Can I get a kiss? I bet you didn't know you were featured. Good night, baby. Before I let you go.
What the fuck is this?
We sit around and we wonder why.
It's an ode to me. What are you talking about?
Huh?
It's an ode to me. I
Play it again.
Huh?
Play it again.
Before I let you go away, can I get a kiss? Good night. Before I let you go, can I get a kiss? Good night, baby. Before I let you go. And you was agreeing with me. You liked it too.
Fucking psychopath.
And then we sit around, shout out to Mr. Michon, and then we sit around and we wonder why we sit around befuddled about why that there's a circle of poverty and a circle of dysfunction, and it continues. We want to blame everything. It's the racism, it's the history, it's the lack of what's the word? What's the reparations? It's always something external. But the raw truth is that when we fail to re-engage in the action of love, it's the most, and understand that it's the most essential form for the family. We have set ourselves on the course to actual destruction, which is what we're realizing right now. So
yeah.
We've been seeing this. Go ahead.
Once the disrespect came in and the lack of comprehension of labor, greater than I, right? I'm great. I'm greater than I'm my granny's baby. I am my grandfather's fucking baby, right? Yes, I am my father's son. I am my mother's son also, right? But my responsibility is to make sure that my name is okay.
Yes.
That they gave to me.
I agree.
So now my labor has to be clean. So then when they say my name, when they say Trent, right? They write my name down in the books. Oh, got it. Clean behavior. Now what was happening now is because they switched the play and now whoredom is so fucking dope and so fucking cool, is where we start to lose the modesty and the divinity of God. Because remember, Black people had the essence of religion and spirit.
Yes. We don't have that no more, because everybody's out for self and everything's politicized and everybody wants their money. Everything is about money, actually, at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
Because at the end of the day, the dollar, it becomes God. The same thing that we was told to never, ever, ever, ever look for becomes the thing that everybody wants to look for now. And it's not by mistake, because if I'm telling you this, I have the fucking thing. I've already talked about the technocratic fucking universe coming.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Watch. We talked about it. We had talked about the fucking passports. We talked about the motherfucking the hackers, right?
Yeah.
It's all technocratic shit. It's all technocratic shit. I fucking promise you. The next phase, they don't even know what the fuck the next phase is gonna be, but I promise you, your eyeballs, this is about to be fucking nuts. The same shit they banged on that. What did Elon say? Starlink, right? Where your brain?
I believe so.
It's gone. This shit is gone. It is already gone. The same shit that we talked about when we said fucking Demolition Man was true. It's here.
No, I didn't watch that, but
that's what the fuck by, dog.
Big boy, thank you, boo. He said, I read an article that stated 30% of Gen Z was deleted by ABs. Shaking my. So they passed the torch, basically, is what it sounds like you're saying. Let me see if I can find that. Let me let him cook, and then we're going to switch over to Freezy.
The question becomes this: if love is a verb, baby, love is a verb. See, if love is a verb, and if our actions, not our feelings, not our slogans, tell the truth about who we are, then what does our current reality say about who we are as Black folk? Because at this point, we aren't just dealing with broken relationships or failed expectations. We are dealing with a cultural conversation that refuses to be honest about the damage that we have created, even within the so-called
Nobody's listening. We wasting our breath. He's right about. I found a freaking article. It's actually population research. I'm sorry.
We're supposed to be listening.
I know, but I looked it up, and it's just I'm gonna have to use this for a live stream. Our youngest generations are missing millions because they having ABs. Ooh, Lord help your people.
Because they told these fucking rats.
The trauma's being passed down.
They told these rats to be a rat. And at any time shit go left, run to a clinic.
Yeah.
It don't even dog, this shit goes way deeper than people really think, though.
Clearly.
Keep spinning it.
Clearly.
Conversations to come to a solution. And then we pretend we are operating out of love and unity or community uplifting. And this is where none of us have done a good job in separating good faith from false prophecy. But alongside the good faith effort, other voices has come out of this. They've been loud, they've been seductive, and they've been downright destructive. Some of these voices tells us that what we want to hear rather than what we need to hear. These are the false prophets and those who are earning false prophets, profits. They're doing it on the backs of the destruction of our Black image. You got influencers, you got artists, you got so-called activists, you got fucking pastors, academics, and everyday people who preach quote-unquote empowerment while engaging in behavior that continues the absolute destruction of the foundation of who we used to be. False prophets, prophets, who say, do what you feel. False prophets can also, who also produce dysfunction, freedom, chaos culture, and broken homes. They turn around and reap the economic benefits from these false prophets, profits. Shout out to Hannah Davis, aka Just Pearly Things, aka the.
Oh no, we bringing her up. Oh no,
goat-faced grifter. I mean, I guess to the degree, I guess she must be a throat goat, because these Negro men keep lining up to continuously put her on and ensure that she continues to receive false prophets, profits, on the backs and the ignorance of Blacks and these Negroes out here. And yes, I'm going to name a few names. Lapeef, Fatty, and the Untouchables. You guys are out here unmatched, unsophisticated, and becoming or acting like you are a false prophet, profits, and then you're earning false profits, profits. So before we move on, let's ask this: are we dealing with our issues in good faith, truly seeking restorations, or have we allowed false prophets and false profits, profits, to dictate our narrative and move us into deeper confusion? And let me tell you something: that's not a question. That was all rhetorical.
Ooh. Well, obviously, I think we know what the answer is. Go ahead. Shout out to RBN. Yeah. Laying it down. Laying it down.
He putting shit in pockets, you hear me?
Yo, I don't think he don't even care that anybody is mad. Not that it really matters. Because the funny part about this is that it's the same shit that I've been saying, right? Not as articulately as he has been. But you can't tell nobody nothing because all they think about is the almighty dollar, and the profit, profits, is what it is that they care about the most, right? Because they, in my opinion, when I'm specifically talking about Black people, they don't want nobody to get above them. Well, you ain't nowhere. So what is anybody getting above you for? Ain't no working together. Single mother home is the family structure now. No men have anything to say. And then I feel like ARP asked me, is there any hope? There isn't. Not in my lifetime. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but child, since you got 30% of Gen Z having ABs, I'm saying it's probably not, because I'm sure that's a lot of Black people. Go ahead.
The hope will be the next one. There's one piece of hope. There's one piece left. One piece. There's one piece left.
What?
Our kids stop looking at baby mama culture like it's okay and it's cool. That's it.
Well, that's not going to happen. I'm a pessimist, though. Don't listen to me, y'all. I am definitely.
Well, if you feel like it's not going to happen, then I guess it's where you stand. I'm thinking.
I'm not saying that I'm the all of all. All I'm going by is just what I see and what is happening that people ain't even taking the time to recognize that what it is that you're saying doesn't even make sense. You're saying it because you're hearing someone else say it. That is not even you using your own thought, brain, or anything. So how do you compete against that? How do you penetrate something like that? People are just on autopilot. I don't know if that's called indoctrination or whatever.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, but they're not even thinking for themselves. And people are, oh, you don't care about black people. If I don't care about black people, nobody does. You think Roland cares about y'all? You think them 3 girls over there care about y'all? When do they come to help you? When do they give y'all any information other than white people are racist? What do they give you? I feel like
you're not gonna get nothing to move you down the line, right? Because fuck, I'm gonna shoot that show.
Please do.
I'm going to shoot that show. It's gonna be blood raw, and that's gonna be that. I'm gonna lay it to where it needs to be at.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Who you talking to?
RBN.
Oh, okay. There is nobody that's set out there for black. So where has any motion went?
Mm-hmm.
Stop and think. Stop and think.
Mm-hmm.
They want to burn shit down.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be angry, and it turns into fucking nothing.
Correct. I agree.
No fucking legislature. 2 Chinese motherfuckers get beat the fuck up, and now there's a Chinese Asian hate crime bill.
But we got DEI.
And dog, I don't.
We got Juneteenth. We got Juneteenth.
That's why I stay the fuck out the way sometimes, G. But I can't stay out the way. You know why I can't stay out the way? Because y'all my fucking gang. Y'all my people. Whenever it comes down, I'm going outside with y'all. You smell me?
Mm-hmm.
I just have a hard time grasping and gripping onto this thing where y'all don't see y'all being played the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that fucks with me.
They're all hyped for Jasmine Crockett, who ain't done nothing for nobody. But as long as she talking like you not gonna tell me, that's all that they require.
Jasmine Crockett could not represent me at any. Okay, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Fanny, as much as Fanny was in that court going hammers,
yeah,
I would take Fanny for sure because Fanny was actually being defensive in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it. And I was like, you know what? Fanny's actually banging. Then she went left field a bunch of times.
Yeah, a lot.
But there was a couple of times that Fanny was just, you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking play with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know what? I take Fanny. I take Fanny to Red Lobster. You heard?
We know.
Hey, relax. Fanny can get a Red Lobster.
But let's be honest. Good faith has become rare amongst black folks. Instead, what we have embraced on an alarming scale are the voices of these false prophets, prophets, and the love of false prophets, profits. Now, when people hear false prophets, the PH prophets, they think of preachers selling miracle water on TV at 1 o'clock in the morning. But the Bible describes false prophets as anyone who tells the people what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. Anyone who leads the people in the opposite direction of empirical truth, and anyone who confronts dysfunction and decorates chaos with fancy words or a fake sense of we're trying to work this out, we're trying to come to an understanding, you are a false prophet of one with the PH. And if we're being fully transparent, The black discourse is overflowing with false prophets. People inside the culture, influencing the culture, shaping the culture, telling us exactly what will keep us obsolete and from resurgence. Shout out to Dr. What's her name? That female that fake doctor that Cam Newton and Shannon Sharp and all these motherfuckers keep bringing up. Cheyenne Bryan, is that her name?
Yeah, and that's who they're listening to. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change it back over. Could you hear it? My bad.
I can hear it. I was listening all the time.
Oh, okay. My bad for not changing it back over. But yeah, it's so many. This is why I'm saying, how the hell can it ever change when everybody want to listen to what makes them feel good? The people that are going to say what makes them feel good. But
because that's what? They want to feel good. That fucking true. It could be World War III outside, fucking bombs fire everywhere. But as long as you feel good, you feel good.
But it's not just her.
It's
She's
delusion.
an example, but it's so many. Like listening to Jamal Bryant as opposed to Bishop Wooden. Listening to Kendra as opposed to listening to Maggie and Luke Hazley. Like we probably could do this back and forth all day with regard to everything.
Exactly, because it makes them feel good.
Because
to live in that cycle of delusion lets them never ever come into the reality of responsibility and accountability.
Mm-hmm. Because what's worth having is harder than what's easy, which is how you can also.
No. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Go.
No, I was just saying, which is why Anton at the end of the day is not really hurting anyone, in my opinion. Okay, I know people don't like him, but that man got a wealth of knowledge. whether any of the people that don't like him want to recognize it or not. So if he's there and he has it in order to get you down the line, like you say, then why wouldn't you want to take advantage of it instead of making long ass live streams calling him a coon? That's internal. You know, I don't have nothing to offer nobody, okay, as far as I'm concerned. So call me all the names that you want to. I don't give a fuck, right? You're still where you are, and I'm where I'm at. Because he mentioned earlier, or somebody mentioned, I think it was RBN that said something about going through a hard life, having gone through this hard ass life and going through all these troubles. Don't be mad at me.
All right, big baller.
No, I'm just saying, don't be mad at me because I didn't have to go through
No.
you went through.
No, you just meant to be in the ball.
I'm not, because what people don't listen to me. What people don't hear, because they just want to go through. They want to go by what they see now and what you hear about now, as opposed to when I say that I live with my grandmother in a house with a ton of other people with roaches. So don't tell me that I don't know about, like, I've not always lived the way that I live now.
You don't care about that.
But the point is that if you don't do nothing to change your fucking circumstances, you're going to be where you at. Now, if I didn't get married, I probably would not be, in the position that I am in right now. So when I say, or when even Luke Hazley and Maggie say, and even like economists, financial people, you bring your money together and then you build. They don't want to do that shit. How many times you gonna say that shit while people just
you're the perfect rapper story. You're supposed to be a rapper. You're supposed to be like the new Rod Digger.
I'm a singer. I'm a singer.
I will get my gat up my hat and hit you with the bliggity 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 blah 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 blah.
I'm just saying, Black people are so moved by racism that you would listen to Jamal Bryant.
Dog.
Jamal Bryant. He was telling you to sell stock. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard in my life. Who's telling you to boycott everything with no alternatives?
If it's about to go down, or you not buy more.
Who's calling you stupid and saying that you're an idiot And he gonna put
Sell
shit in
it.
video.
Sell it when it's high. If it's dropping, sell it when it's high. You can catch it when it's low, or buy something else.
But his reasoning for selling it is because of the DEI of Target. That is not a reason to sell stock.
Because they could tell anybody any fucking thing, and motherfucking niggas are fucking listen.
That's the point. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if that make y'all feel good because you think you're doing something to the white man, and then y'all turn around because even though rich white people are buying, y'all buying too. Y'all buying too. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all out there buying too. We synced y'all. Just because you're not going to Target, you wasn't going to Home Depot anyway because you don't own shit. So just because you're not going to Target don't mean that you're not going to all the other places. And you still don't have no savings. You still don't have nothing for an emergency fund. You still don't own no fucking property. And if you do, you're over there in Chicago getting high ass taxes from your black ass mayor who wants to talk about racism. Banana tailpipe. Lucy football. Anyway. What's wrong?
You back?
Oh, you delayed.
It was me.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I got your
you were stuck. Yeah. You were stuck. Let me damn, I come on here at some point, y'all. When do I get on here? There's a lot on here. Let me go over. We can come back to that another time.
Black people got a lot of money.
Say again?
Blacks got a lot of money.
Did you say blacks have a lot of money?
Yeah.
They do. They do.
A lot of money.
They do. But like that little girl said earlier,
billions of dollars.
But like that little girl said earlier, we don't keep it, save it, utilize it properly. It's all being used for right here, right now for shit that doesn't have any value to it. And so no one's worth anything. And if you
No, that's fine. That market is fractured. That market, that time is gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we comprehend what happened in that time, right? We were supposed to be subjugated completely down to nip, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is the excuse today to have the NFL, the NBA, the music market locked down and owned by black fucking talent that they can't change the fucking economy on the planet? Hip hop music is the most hip hop music controls 5 markets, billion-dollar markets.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me niggas that make the music and do the work don't have a say so inside of it, then something's wrong then. Though.
No say so at all. Ain't trying to have no say so because that would rock the boat. And then that means you have to make a decision on whether or not you're going to do it or not.
Something's wrong there.
That's the same difference as negotiating your salary, which I have discussed before as well. Mm-hmm. You don't want to negotiate your salary because you think they're going to say no. So then you make the decision on whether or not you want to take that job or not, especially if you think or know that you are worth more than that. But y'all won't do that, which is the same thing when it comes to relationships. Y'all don't want to step up and say anything when you know damn well you need to say something because you're scared of the daggone answer. And then you end up wasting years of your life and then turn around and say, typically it's all his fault because he made you, allegedly. I'm just saying.
Across the board.
I could be wrong, but I ain't.
Go to the next one.
I'm gonna go to Freeze's video because it's already 2 hours and 2.5 hours actually, and I need to eat again. Well, right now I'm about to drink.
I'm gonna get some more chicken and some buffaloes. And I'm gonna get a salad because the salad is healthy. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm about to drink this protein shake right now. Pause. The one in the bottle.
Full of fucking shit.
That's what I got. I got a protein shake. So I told y'all that I was listening to Freezy this morning, and he was talking to he's been talking to Obsidian, I think every Friday, to talk about Manosphere stuff. So this one is called Mamiya Obsidian Ali asks who got smoke for him. Pull up tonight. So his stance was whether the red pill talking points are really helping anybody at the end of the day. All for that. What do you think?
Class eat finna eat too. What the fuck y'all finna eat? Everybody want to eat right now? Is this lunchtime? Dinner time? What the fuck are we eating then? If everybody eating, drop your fucking menu.
I have leftovers. I'm gonna have salmon and rice.
A half of a salmon and a rice?
I'm gonna have salmon and rice.
That's racist.
Why is it racist?
You can't eat that. You eat chicken and
that's racist. I do have chicken made though.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Which is why you said
you have to eat black. You have to eat black food. You have to eat black food.
Which is why you sitting up here talking about some woman got a cook on demand. There's a whole fucking refrigerator shit that I have cooked. Go get that shit and warm it the fuck up. Shit. Anyway, we listening to Freezy. This is like 15-hour live stream.
It used to be $32,000, and they came up with that in 1963. They haven't even updated it since then, even through all this inflation. What we're trying to tell you is, it's a reason why people that make $100,000 still struggling in America, because the poverty line is way above $32,000, and we don't even realize it. We're not saying you broke, because you can still live frugal and spend wisely, but most people spending habits and how most people live, I'm telling you, man, most people is not like, they're not budgeting their money and all that kind of stuff. Most people are trying to enjoy the luxuries of life. They're going out to eat. They're doing all that stuff, man. And
already, that's part of the problem right there. That's why we ain't got no wealth. Exactly. He's only been on for not even a minute.
Robert eating like a king.
Who's Robert? Oh, a cheesesteak is eating like a king. Robert, are you in Philly?
Most people, if we knew the real poverty line in America, most people would be deemed poor. Shout out to Artifacts.
Yeah, most of America living in debt, man. You can look at the advertising. They advertise short-term money loans all the time. They advertise on credit cards all the time. Like, just really think about the situation. Just because you're not necessarily homeless on the street, you living in perpetual debt. You living in perpetual trying to catch up to this. You know what I mean? To your last check or whatever, right? We like that dude was talking about actually being able to save a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? Let alone just surviving. You got to at least put something aside. Like, think about how many people go year by year and they just spend everything they just made that year. Ask them how much they was able to put to the side.
Shout out to world class comment on here. We've been saying this is a 2-check economy since the 90s, and ain't nobody still listening.
Yeah. Who said that? World Check said that?
Yeah, and he was at this live stream too. Yeah, he said it then. That's a part of the problem too for the community. Don't have no clue. Again, which is why that question went 120 or 240. It's like, okay, so what's enough? And if you get another 240, if you get to 240, these people over here thinking that you ain't got to do nothing but just show up and you just getting 240. To me, that's what I was hearing when I was over there. And you just think that somebody just giving you 240 just because you. Yeah, they're giving you 240 and you're going to do a lot for that 240. I don't care what nobody say. Allegedly.
Sorry.
Look at what they're saying in the comments. The world class said, we've been saying this is a 2-check economy since the 90s. Lost in Translation said, it makes sense because wages haven't kept up housing. That's a fact. Wages have not kept up housing. No Cap Logic said $100,000 isn't entry salary anymore. Hey, man.
When was it?
I'm just saying we need to wake up, though. Right. You know, they got us thinking. They just want you to think, oh, if you making $100,000, you're privileged. I'm just saying. I'm not saying $100,000. You can't.
Huh?
It's built to destroy itself from the inside out.
What?
It's the deficit of income to outgoing bread is almost 2008, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the loans were given out
Yeah.
at a rate.
Yeah.
They know it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to eat itself from the inside.
I knew it wasn't going to work. I saw it coming. I saw it coming. But people were still out here buying like crazy. They still wasn't doing it right. It's still all about living within what it is that you have. That's actually what it is.
They have to own the evil empire. Literally has to own everything. So at the end of the day, you are just on this trap, what we call a rat race, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What we call the matrix, the matrices, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, how the fuck do you get out? Like, dog, I gotta doing this. And the people that you even tell, they don't even fucking actually get out of it. It's such a it's such a nuanced, weird thing. It's something that you do. You know the information, but you watch. It's like being in the middle, almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where your failure and your success is on every side of you, constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like live in this weird wheel. Not a wheel, but yeah, it's kind of like a wheel because you kind of like just walking through it. But you more towards a successful side because there's more people that's not successful. If that makes sense.
I hear you. I don't know, but let me just say that
you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure if I exactly know what you're talking about.
Because it's so many failures on one side.
Yeah.
It pushes your medium. Even if you're a medium, it pushes you that way a little bit more. So even though you're not one of the ones that actually spin the wheel, you're okay. Because you have to weather the storm.
For instance, 2008, you mean?
There you go. The people who can weather the storm.
Okay. Big Boy said, just wait until the AI bubble bursts. It will be utter chaos. Is it not utter chaos now? I think it's utter chaos now, honestly. That's just me.
Make it off $100,000. But people normal lifestyle in America, the average lifestyle in America, if you just go off the average lifestyle in America, man, $100,000 with a wife and kid, man, your ass in the poor house, man. Your ass in the goddamn poor house, man.
No, you're not. It's a lie.
Hey, Freezy.
No, I disagree too.
It's a lie.
It's all about fucking the budget, just like Orlando says. But you know, we don't do, I don't know what you know. We don't do that. We're not trying to hear that. We just think that because of idolizing celebrities and people on the internet and influencers, spend every little bit and save absolutely nothing. And it's frustrating because, like I said, why would you be taking stock advice from Jamal Bryant? You don't do that. He should be giving you salvation advice. That's his job. And he ain't doing that. He should be putting you in contact with someone that does know. I can't diagnose being, a doctor. I'm a doctor on YouTube, but in real life, I can't diagnose nothing.
Yeah,
I'm no doctor. I can't help you out in court. I'm no lawyer in real life.
I don't even
want to know about YouTube?
I don't know. We want to look at your credentials.
But if you want to know about YouTube, okay. If you want to know about money, okay. People going to the wrong damn people for shit. You're being scared there, or maybe not scared is the right word, because of white supremacy, discrimination, and racism.
It's all manipulation.
It is definitely manipulation, for real. You could conceivably live off $100,000 if you knew how to manage your money, which is not you when your credit score is 200, buying a car that's a $500 car payment for 700 months.
People live over $45, $50, $100. People live and survive off of $4,500, $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
You can. They just don't. That's it.
People can't comprehend income and outgoing.
These are the same people that are saying you need to make 6 figures and won't give a damn number, realizing the range of it. Those are the same people that don't even make anywhere near it, but going to talk about what someone else should do. All this talk about money, and all the people talking about money don't know shit about money. This is coming from a person who knows about money.
If I make 45 bands, my outgoing is 15 bands.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I make 100 bands, my outgoing is 90 bands. Then I think the person that's making 45, 50 bands is better. They have a way more grip on what the fuck they do with their dollar.
Mm-hmm.
People think because the number is high,
mm-hmm.
then the other number gets lower. And
that's go ahead.
It doesn't make sense. So if your number is high, yet you keep your number low. If I bang out, right, and make hella bread on a scratchy, you think I'm gonna just redo my? I'm not gonna. I don't have the brain to change it.
Look,
I'll put it away.
Look, Didi said folks are still door dashing and buying $300 Jordans. Everything is fine. That's why I can't have sympathy for all this shit that we be seeing and hearing over and over again, because I know what's happening. It's the bleeding hearts that don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. I can see it and I hear it in what they're saying. Orlando can hear it. That's why he's making all those videos.
If you decided to move from Compton, and you moved to, let's say you moved to a different area, right? Because you had nice bread, makes sense. New environment, kids, whatever the case is. Those things make sense. Upgrading your life makes sense. I'm not gonna grade my life. I don't think I want to be around people that want to upgrade their life simply because it's the cool thing to do. No.
Yeah, keep it up with the Joneses.
I'm moving around because simply but priority, right?
All right.
You driving the Subaru and everything.
You my brother, man. I appreciate you, dog. I gotta go lay down. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm looking at your eyes. I see you struggling over there.
I've been in here fighting up. You know, and not like, you know what I'm saying? You just, it's fair. Like a lot of rooms I go into being the op and having just different point of views. Pause the long way, but appreciate you, buddy.
Like if respect is
log, man. I'll tap in with you whenever you get ready. Hey, Jungle Feet, pull up, man. All you gotta do is type in Red Pill Crib. I swear.
Is it 2 words?
Bobby, what's up?
You know, a lot of that $100,000 talk, was based around a bachelor lifestyle, man. I don't think it was too focused on, actually trying to build a family or, do something solid with a woman and then actually include children in that. Even though he did kind of speak on it, and then he also spoke to the fact that, hey, $100,000 might not be enough for you to, secure a wife and a kid or two. You know what I mean? It's just not in today's economy. So, you got to be realistic about them things, man. Most people are struggling, even though they making it look good. You feel me, Freezy? We came up the same way. Mama was struggling. Mama didn't make it look like everything was hard and all that shit, but in them rooms, Mama was pulling them tools and fuse together, Jack. That shit wasn't all pieces and cream. And it's the same thing today. People struggle, they just don't make it look like a struggle.
Man, you know what, dog? Like, in the midst of all this gender war talk and, red pill this, manosphere that, whatever, and all this division, the most economic way, especially in today's society, is if you got a roommate or if you got a significant other, man. If you living in a, if you're dwelling with a woman or something, both of y'all trying to make it work. Listen, I understand the bachelor lifestyle, you living by yourself. Some people just like their privacy. I get that. But I just feel like it's just long overdue to, stop with all of this damn perpetuation of gender war shit, man. Men and women, especially in these days and times, Bobby, they need each other. Oh, this shit ugly out here, man.
I think he thinks that it's going to change because of what's going on around here. I don't know if Freezy is still here or not. But I agree with what it is that he's saying. But how come these people don't know that they can get roommates? All of these people out here talking about I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. How many times do we see these single mothers talking, yet people continue to become single mothers over and over and over again, but focused by the people that's supposed to help you, talking about white supremacy and thinking that Donald Trump is your issue? Donald Trump is not your issue. It's who you choose to listen to is what your issue is.
Yep, that's it.
Thank you, RB, and I appreciate you, hun. He says, speaking of cars, people think they have to have a brand new car instead of a low mileage 5 or 6 year old car is the biggest form of delusional. Exactly, especially those who pick brands that has a history of being junk like Nissan, or the ones that pick cars that are crazy ass expensive and then think that they can just go ahead because who just said that? We just watched some dude that say, just make the term longer. Or maybe I just saw it and I haven't shown it to y'all yet. He's like, just make the term longer and that'll make the payment less and then you can just pay more. That's not Did I watch it? Did I do that one? Because
moron.
This is a finance person. Sir, they're not gonna do that because anybody that has to make a long term is someone that can't even afford the car to begin with. But y'all, listen to Jamal Bryant. Thank you, Boo, for another 5. He said, my daily driver is an 08 Avalanche that I just finished my second Mako paint job in the church car. I saved for 2 years and only took a 10K loan. This is the difference, in my opinion, of men and women. Is the difference between men and women.
Absolutely.
Men are more frugal than women are because women want to showboat for a bunch of women at the end of the day. And the internet now. To say that I got something that you don't, I'm doing better than you are. Allegedly.
Good show. I want that but I gotta play for my other show because I got the show tonight.
You having a show tonight? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. What time is your show?
Like 2 hours, 3 hours.
All right, well, go rest up for your show. I understood. I'm not going to be here much longer anyway. I appreciate you. We'll talk. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, you definitely needed it. Child, let me help him out, child, because every single daggone time, I tell you. Let me finish up with Freezy. Shout out to Freezy, doing a great show. Shout out to him and everything that he does with his 55-hour streams, child.
Man, more than ever, because, man, when we go back to this mythical point in time where, granddaddy took care of the house and mama ain't have to go out and work, you know what I mean? We don't want to focus on how the economy looked back then. We don't want to focus on the amount of work your mama actually put into the house and all of that. When you fast forward today, it not only is it a 2-person economy to where you might need 2 incomes in the household, they damn near trying to take it back to child workers where you damn near might have to send the kids out. You feel me? You might have to start 10 years from now, people might have to start taking their kids out of school and say, hey man, you gotta get a job at 15, 16. That was some of these bills. You eat too much.
You should have a job at 15 and 16. What are we talking about? That's half of the problem as well. These kids need to know the value of a dollar. What happened to that? Where Bill Cosby when you need him? What happened to you got to get out there and make, for me, $4.25 an hour and figure out how to make that work. When you ask for some damn McDonald's, then you pay for it. When you ask for some jeans, then you pay for it. When you ask for some shoes, then you pay for it. These people don't work. Yeah, I'm telling you, these people do not work. And then these parents or whatever be over here struggling, especially if you single mom, to get them what they want. Fuck them kids, okay? Get a fucking job. You know what? This is probably the best time for them to get jobs. You know why? When we were, shout out to Generation X, getting a job, it was $4.25 an hour, $3.75 I remember at one point, $4.50 raised up to $4.75. Because they're trying to make working in fast food a living, they've raised it so much. These kids could be making hand over fucking fist. Hand over fucking fist. They out there bringing this shit on themselves because they want to sit up here and act like they cool and they friends and you don't have to and life is so hard. Life ain't hard on them motherfuckers. Life is hard on them motherfuckers because you allow them motherfuckers to be out here doing whatever the hell it is that they want and all they doing is getting in trouble. Getting in trouble, causing chaos. Shout out to chaos. And then God forbid something happens to their asses. Then you think we supposed to feel sorry for them? I do not. Y'all already know I do not. That ain't my problem. You take care of your kids. I had to take care of my kids. Everybody take care of their own kids. And if you can't do it, don't have them. I said that. I meant that. Frederick Howard, I appreciate you, honey. He said my 2024 savings is now rolling over to 2026 check. I don't have my headphone or my earpiece and it died. I'm waiting for it to charge up. So hopefully y'all hear that. Shout out to you, honey. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Didi for becoming a member. I appreciate you, boo. Shout out to all the channel members. Thank you so much for your support. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. We're listening to our friend Freezy. No Captivity with Freezy. Shout out to him. Somebody could drop his channel. It's a very good show, child. Whenever you roll over, he'll be on. Don't even worry about it. If he started a stream at 8, guarantee you 8 in the morning, he's still going to be on.
And all that, like, it gets crucial, you know. And I know people who was in them situations in the 90s when mama was like, look, you 14, 15. You got to go bring some cheddar in, get a McDonald's part-time or something because we're struggling. That was me.
Like, damn show, my mama she damn show told me I had to get a job at like 16, was it 15 or 16? My first job with McDonald's, man. They had me on that hot air grill. Cause you know, it took a load off of her when it came time for school supplies and school shopping and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
School clothes and stuff like that, right?
You got to buy your own clothes.
And I remember when I got that.
I feel like most of us had that. And working at McDonald's meant that you didn't have to have McDonald's money, y'all. All you had to do was go to work and you could have McDonald's all you wanted to. That's how I looked at it. And then I went and worked at Wendy and I said, ew, I don't like this. Didi said, I started working as a tutor in math and science at my school at 15. Couldn't wait to get my, oh my God, come on with the reference. Let me get my damn earpiece back. Come on with the working papers reference. Let me be nice. These MFers don't know nothing about that. Do they even do that anymore? Does anyone know? I want to get my working papers. We were excited to work. We wanted to work. We wanted to have money because we wanted to go to the mall and hang out and go to the arcade, go to the movies, buy our own clothes. Shout out to the Limited. Shout out to even, what was the store called? Oh, it was a leather store. I can't even think of what it's called. It was some leather store that we always wanted to go to. And we could buy ourselves a leather jacket or a leather wallet. And child, at this point, it probably wasn't even real leather, but child, we wanted to be in that leather store. I can see exactly where it was in the mall where I used to live, but I cannot remember the name of that store. These people don't want to do that. Merry-go-round. Oh my God, I totally forgot about merry-go-round. Fashion bug, y'all. Another one for the ladies. These motherfuckers don't want to work. Hell, their parents don't want to work. This is why I don't understand people saying, I want this, but I don't want to work. Shout out to Mike Young. That's exactly what it was. Y'all remember Wilson's? That's exactly what it was. I remember Lerner as well. These people just want to complain about how expensive shit is. Y'all making it expensive, and you parents, your parents are driving yourselves into the ground by stressing out, by trying to get these ungrateful motherfuckers everything that they want. And they don't deserve none of it. Make them work. Not standing out on the corner forcing people to take a squeegee. No. Organized work. Work where you got to listen to someone because the odds are you have to listen to someone, not none of this. I'm gonna start a business. Child, y'all don't know what a business is. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all don't know what a damn business is. Don't never hire nobody and think that you made it because you had a good month at $4,000 and think you ain't gotta do no damn work no more, that you can put in all these stupid ass rules talking about you got to put down a deposit. If I hear my daughter say another damn time that somebody asking her to put down a deposit, I said, well, I guess that's just what y'all do, because you could deposit my ass. You ain't get. If I'm not buying a house, you ain't getting no deposit. If I'm not buying a house, you're not getting a deposit. These people got to do deposits for lashes and installs and all this other dumb shit. Dummies.
I ain't talking 15, 16. Mama was like, listen, yeah, them Jordans and shit that you want, all them new school clothes, going back to school. Look, I know such and such right up at the McDonald's. You already got the job. Be there on Monday.
That's a fact.
Because it's your turn now. You go see what it's like to take care of yourself. And that's without bills. Once you
That's a
add
fact,
bills
bro.
into the equation, because I'm listening to this $100,000, and nowhere in that do I hear, okay, how much of that $100,000 is being taxed, or how much do you actually have to pay? Probably, you know what I mean? Probably somewhere around what, $80,000, a little more than 80,000. Then if you're being responsible, you got insurance on your vehicle, insurance on your house, insurance on your body. If you got other people you're responsible for, you got to add in their insurances. You got to add in anything that might actually go wrong. You got to eat, you got gas. You know what I mean? And most people out here, they making a dollar extra to where they can't get no help on nothing. So it's, hey man, shout out to the $100,000 gang. But this ain't the same $100,000 from 20 years ago.
Oh, Lost in translation say Freezer was on that 12 ham and cheese on 6. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So during my time, they was taking like jobs and stuff. They was taking advantage of minors. They could pay you less than minimum wage if you was a minor. That was the law.
That's a fact.
So shit, back then I think minimum wage was like $3.25.
Man,
Shit,
you might have been making $4 an hour with shit like that, Freeze.
I think I think minimum wage was either $4.25 or $3.25, something like that. I think they were giving me $3. I think if it was $4.25, they was giving me like $3.15 or something like that.
Right. And when you got that first check.
I mean, no, I had minimum wage. I don't know what happened where Freezer was living. I definitely had minimum wage and couldn't wait to get the review to figure out how much of an increase I was going to get. Those was fun times. The little yellow paper pieces that they gave you at McDonald's after you got your amount of a raise, even if it was 25 cents. I was happy. That's how you get kids to work. Now, I know some dumbass is going to come through to saying, that's when you're going to get them to be a part of the system. Well, what are you teaching them? Because it certainly isn't just go to college, because your kids are dumb, first of all. Second of all, you know damn well you can't afford it. And then you'll go and take out stupid ass loans, and then you can't pay them back. And then you're going to say that's racism when it's dummism, because y'all keep trying to afford shit that you cannot afford. Go to freaking technical school. Get up. But I had to go to technical school after
amazing.
When after I got pregnant and we moved in together. In order to get out of blue collar work, I went to a technical college to take a course. It was just one course, but then I could plaster it on the resume and then get into corporate America. And that's how that happened. Y'all think somebody's just supposed to take you just because you're you. Fuck you. Nobody cares about you. We don't care about you. Child, your mother barely cares about y'all. I know you so mean. Fuck y'all. You need some meanness in your fucking life because you've been treated like a fucking delicate flower, and you know damn well you just a fucking criminal most of the damn time. And you think somebody's supposed to care. We don't care. The government don't care. And clearly your mama don't care. So what you gonna do now? Sit there and wait around and listen to them people tell you that you gotta be worried about white supremacy? And you still in it. I said this already. You're in the same spot you was last year. You're a fucking failure. I said that. I meant that. I'm not talking about people who are already established. I'm talking about people who ain't got shit, ain't trying to get shit, ain't looking for shit, and complaining about shit. You in the same shitty ass spot that you was last year. That's your shitty ass fault, and that's all on you. We do not care. I don't care. I'm gonna take it on the chin. I don't care. Ain't nothing that you can say. Get your fucking gremlins. Get your damn gremlins and make them get a job. If you got your gremlins under control, maybe crime really would go down, because enough of these gremlins enough of these gremlins are the problem, because they can't cope, because you don't show them responsibility, because you're not teaching them how to grow up, because you're not teaching them any lessons, because you're not making them responsible. So as soon as someone says no, somebody says something they don't like, somebody says something that they're going to claim is ism or obic, then they want to go SHOOT something up, dumbasses, and then y'all y'all sit up here talking about, not my baby, when it's your damn fault. It's your damn fault. Then you ain't got no damn father in their daggone life. And then once they're crazy, then you want a father to come in. Child, it's too late. They crazy. It's too late. They already crazy. Child, don't let me find that video of that dude that's trying to attack his daggone mom in the car, throwing freaking brick at the window. That's crazy. That's your fault, though. RBN, thank you, honey, said, why are we talking about 100K when less than 12% of all people make that? Why are biatches always talking about six figures and they don't even know which six figure that they speak of? Then they say some stupid ass arbitrary number talking about 250,000 when they need to know about this 100,000. You can actually live off $75,000, depending on where you are. Obviously not in New York City. But if you're not managing your money, then none of the amounts matter. If you are not managing money, none of the amounts matter. I don't care what nobody says. Blame your mom. MC Hammer went broke. I'm just saying. I don't know how I got brought up, but
Check and saw how much taxes was took out. You was like, oh my God,
was
what
so
is
hurt,
going
man.
on? You count that money up in your head just based off of straight numbers. And you get that
Really?
check. You like, wait a minute, I'm missing like $100-something on this joint.
Well,
What's going
dog,
on?
I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I was young. I was like, man, I see why niggas sell dope. And for real, I was like, I ain't saying selling dope is good. Selling dope is not a good thing. But them people basically taking advantage of you. You know, back then. Now McDonald's, I think, you know, down here in Florida in a lot of areas, McDonald's got to pay, I don't know, my wife know. I don't know if it's $20 an hour or $15. I think it's $20 an hour now in McDonald's.
look at how much they could come up. Look at how much how much was y'all making at wherever it is that y'all was working if y'all was in fast food? $20 an hour because they're trying to make something that's meant for teenagers and kids to work at to be able to make a living for it. This is one of the reasons why shit is so expensive. I'm not going to McDonald's and paying for that same fucking quarter pounder with cheese, which I used to love, and pay $15 for that shit when I know how it's made and I know it's smaller than what it was when I used to work there. Those jobs are meant for kids, and y'all not even making that happen. They can make $20 an hour. California, it might even be more. Then y'all over here talking about why does it cost so much? Because you're trying to make something be a living for adults. That's not what it's meant for. $5.25. Child. $5.25 at a seafood spot. $4.15 exactly. Then these be the same MFers talking about you had it so much easier, bitch. You don't know what the fuck we had. We may have had it easier, but we was making $4 an hour. Y'all don't want to hear that part. Not y'all. Y'all don't want to hear that part. Clearly, you just think about what you hear others say, so you want to go along with that, which is what we was talking about a little while ago. You only go by what it is that how you feel because you think that's what it is because that's what fits your narrative and makes you feel good. Go out there and see what the fuck it is. Houses are very expensive now, but based off of maybe not $4 an hour, they was expensive back then. So when we went and got approved for a house, the very first house that we bought, that shit cost $84,000. I remember it like it was yesterday. $84,000 for a townhouse. We was not making the money we make now. We was definitely not middle class. Y'all want to be living in mansions when you make $20 an hour. Common sense finance don't work that way. Don't matter what the fucking bank says. They're gonna say that you qualify for more. Then you get yourself in a dumbass situation and you want to blame the bank. No, blame yourself. You don't let them tell you what you can afford. You know what you can afford if you fucking budget. But y'all, I know that's a word that, let me write that down as a word that we need to look up. Because I know y'all don't want to hear that. And then you want to be mad at somebody that try to tell y'all, but you would rather listen to fucking pro-blacks tell you that you got to be worried about racism. You need to go find shit out for your fucking self and do it for your fucking self. And not sit around here waiting for someone to say, this is for black people. It just don't work that way.
Oh, man, I was getting like $3 an hour. When you really think about that now, man, that was slave work.
And we got to get rid of this myth too of black women at work too, Breezy, because I've never known a time where black women haven't worked. You know what I mean? It's like we take the general woman, you know, and then we add black women in with the white woman who don't, you know, who probably historically hasn't had to do the same type of labor that black women did. Like we lump them all in when it's convenient, but then we separate the black woman when it's, you know, when it's some type of specific point that we want to make. But then we lump them all in when we want to make these general points. If women don't work and, you know, a woman just want to stay at the house and take, man, every black woman that I've ever known has always had to work to get there.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I don't know too many black women that just sat around and got taken care of and stuff like that. Even if they was married, they had to bring in some type of finances because that's just what the household dictates.
Dog, my mama worked all her life. I mean, well, since I was when I was born, ever since I was born, my grandma worked.
I was about to say the only person that I know in my life that didn't have to work but did work is my great grandmother, because she was taking care of 10 damn kids, child. She was taking care of, and honestly, when you add in the cousins and everybody that dropped their kids off, she was probably she definitely was taking care of more than that. But she chose to work at as a crab picker, because we're from Maryland. So she picked crabs, and that was amazing, which was a great deal because then she could get crabs and bring it home and not have to pay for it because it's definitely expensive. So we had crab cakes all the time and crab claws all the time. And she was an expert, so taught me how to do it. How much do you think she was making as a crab picker, y'all? Still raising kids once my grandfather died. I'm pretty sure it wasn't much, but they made it work. And people today don't want to make shit work. They just want what they want when they want it. That's why I can't have any empathy or sympathy. You need to fucking work. I don't know anybody. I've never known another woman who hasn't worked. Why do people think that working is an allergic thing? You can't work. You're allergic to it. Then don't fucking work. So when you're out here and you can't afford shit, fuck you. Don't look for my money because I'm working. Don't look for nobody else's money because they working.
This is amazing.
We don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you shit. Your mom is not telling you them little antidotes that are supposed to teach you lessons. You deserve what you work for. You get what you work for. Hard work pays off. Y'all want to go into listening to them pros that don't give a fuck about you, talking about it's the system of white supremacy that's keeping you down. Now you keeping yourself down. Child, don't even start talking about this world class. That was the other reason that we wanted to get the hell out of the house. We not only wanted to make the money, we wanted to get the hell out of the house, and we wanted to meet boys. And I'm sure that boys wanted to meet girls. Where we meet girlfriends and boyfriends at? Work and school. Who the hell wanted to be home? Work. When you work, you meet people from all over. When you're in school, it's only the people probably that live around you, definitely in your feeder pattern, right? At least when you at work, you can meet some different people. You can meet a man with a car, not a man. You can meet a boy with a car, or get to know some people that got a car. Come pick me up from work, boo. Let's go. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all rather be out here allowing your kids to steal shit and then say when they get caught or taken on up out of here, not my baby. He didn't do home invasions. Child. Thank you, boo. He said, RBN says, yes, I made $4.25 when in high school working at KFC. I never made it to KFC, but child, I would love to have worked at Popeyes. I know it was a mess back there, but I love their chicken. I don't eat it now, but I love some Popeyes chicken. They always got a line that had a buffet. KFC had a buffet. I don't even remember that. When I got to undergrad, I got a cable phone sales job for $8.25. I thought I made it. Almost dropped out of college. You did make it. You did make it. These people aren't taught any lessons or anything because they're being raised by the fucking internet because their parents lazy as fuck. Or they're going to say, I got to work 3 jobs. Well, maybe if you partner with someone like the person you opened up them legs to and took all that pleasure and had kids with, then maybe life wouldn't be so damn hard. Y'all making these choices. These are the same examples over and over and over and over again. And y'all continue to make them same dumbass choices that you should be learning the lessons from. I'm going to show y'all this other video I got here, which I wasn't going to do, but I'm going to show it to you after we take a look at Freezy. Do I still have it up? I do. Let me move it over. Let me finish with Freezy.
Most of the women I knew in my family work. My auntie, You know, she got a nice job. She a pharmacist. But this how trained they was to work. My auntie is like 70. What my auntie is now? My auntie 70. I think my mama died in 2022. She was 69. My auntie was 2 years older than her. She was 71 in 2000. So she's 74 this year. My auntie's still working, dog, in the hospital as a pharmacist. She's still working. I'd be like, you still white?
Shout out to Auntie, because let me tell you something else. 70-something years old, 74 years old, bless her, and rest in peace to your mom, Freezy. That means that she's a baby boomer. For all the people that want to complain and whine and talk about how bad baby boomers was, guess what? Don't nobody know nothing until they know it, right? Not saying that they was perfect and not saying that Generation X is perfect, but I'm not complaining. I'm figuring it the fuck out, and that's the damn difference. And a work ethic is important. I don't care what nobody says. His his auntie at 74 years old is still freaking working. I be listening to people talk about they can't wait to retire, and I'll be like, to do what? I don't know. If my dad didn't have his medical issues, he would still be working. He about 74, his daggone self. My mother, with all her pain in the ass faults,
This is amazing.
still working. Y'all ain't even working at fucking 20. And you think that we supposed to give a fuck about y'all and care or think that we should give you fucking food stamps because your mom brought you in a fucked up situation? No, that's why you're not getting no sympathy from us. Take that shit away. If you ain't elderly, if you ain't disabled, and you not a veteran, fuck you. Go to work and get your gremlins to work too. I said that. His aunt is 74 and still working. Mine is 70 some odd and still working. My own mother. And you dumbasses want to be on the internet being the whores that you are and think somebody's supposed to give a fuck. You are not downtrodden. If you can be a whore, then figure it the fuck out without the government's help. That's not racism. That's lazyism. That's what the fuck y'all are. Let me acknowledge Akil for the Cash App. Thank you, boo. He said for car repos are at an all-time high. Don't we know it? Don't we know it? And ain't got no sympathy for none of them either. Unless you lost your job inexplicably and not at your fault. And not if you had a dumbass, fake-ass job because Joe Biden panders to y'all and y'all fall for that shit. The woman studies liaison to Joe Biden and Cam. I'm still trying to understand what the fuck that means. Didi, thank you, boo. She said the ones telling folks they're being held down by white people are the same ones going home to their mansions and gated communities living around them same ass white people. Thank you, boo. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Y'all, and I always say, who made them people millionaires? We made those people known and made them fucking millionaires. And they stand far the fuck away from the gremlins, the squeegee kids, and all the rest of these people out here doing that shit. Guess who they hanging around? Guess who they living around? The same white people that you motherfuckers are sitting up here acting like you don't want to have nothing to do with or you scared of because that's what they say. And enough of them are fucking tethers. And you know we don't have a problem with tethers over here, but those motherfuckers ain't even from here and y'all listening to them. Shout out to Tariq. Y'all sitting up here listening to motherfuckers. Brandon Johnson, you think he living down there where he raised them taxes at with all those black people are at? Bueller? Do y'all think that's where he live at? The Black Lives Matter people, where was they living at, y'all? And then you think you're going to make me feel bad because I don't want to, I've never lived in the hood, and I don't want to, and I'm not going there, and I ain't going to no Sundance Town, whatever the fuck it's called. Y'all dumb. Y'all say dumb shit. I can't deal with dumb people. I can't hang out with dumb people. You live your lives how you want to. Don't ask me for shit. I ain't got shit to give. But Didi is absolutely right. All them motherfuckers that y'all motherfuckers be listening to, them motherfuckers is living right next to them white motherfuckers. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac.
They working. They just was trained back then. They were trained to work. They were working.
Yeah, that's a black people thing, and I think to your point earlier when you said that when it comes to some of these things, when we're talking about the black experience, especially in America, we need to get rid of the gender line and understand that that's something that both genders had to endure. You dig what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that women, black women speak on that, I agree with on the male side. Like, yo, we can't just put that solely on the black women because men had to go through that too. When it comes to that working thing, men we can't keep using that excuse of, oh, the black man had to work and all the woman had to do was sit home and take care of the kid. Who lived that lifestyle?
Man,
I don't know nobody who ever lived that lifestyle in both sides of my family. So, shout out to people who did, but man, everybody who I knew always had to keep a little hustle on the side, or their granny had to know how to do this or that, to go out and, sell this or work over.
Yeah, my grandmothers knew how to sew and to, all them little things that I know how to sew because I took it in school. Child, your schools ain't even shit that they don't even teach you typing. I learned how to type. I love typing class. We had home ec, learned how to cook a little bit in school. Learn how to sew in school. That I got this little thing that if anything ever needed to be sewn, at minimum a button, I can do all that. Made pillows, all that stuff. Y'all are lazy motherfuckers. Ain't nobody ever gonna change my mind about that shit. Y'all don't know how to do shit. Y'all don't know how to do shit. You ain't trying to know how to do shit. You don't want to know how to do shit except for try to come get something from a sassy straight that you claim you don't like, that you claim that you equal to, but you always looking in their pockets to get something from them. But I thought y'all knew every fucking thing because y'all too busy trying to be like influencers. You too busy trying to follow Kim Kardashian and become a whore to think that that's going to happen for your ass. It's not. It's not. And then you bringing kids into it, and then you leave them out here for the dad going, what did that lady call them? The ignorancy people out there. Child, they need to worry about the ignorancy people inside the house and the ignorancy people outside the house. They don't stand a chance. It ain't even their fault at the end of the day. It ain't even their fault at the end of the day. Because y'all not sitting up here raising them like shit, like nothing. You're not raising them to be nothing but leeches off of society.
Over here on the weekend or something like that. Like nobody just had the opportunity. I'm going to sit home and be a complete home, a homemaker. That was looked at as a upper class, middle class, white woman's job.
Well, the only way I see that actually happening like that is if the husband and the wife is not trying to live above their means. They're very frugal. They don't really, they're very modest when it comes to their spending. And the wife is the wife. She's not very materialistic, if you understand what I'm saying. She's not very materialistic. And hold on, let me do this, Bobby. Let me I got you, Bobby. Hold on, let me I'm gonna just blur your camera. So okay, your camera blurred, Bobby. So whatever you're doing, you can just take your hand off, whatever.
Oh, okay, appreciate it.
I blurred your camera. But yeah, so shout out to Jalen. What's going on, Jalen? Yeah, we still love Jalen. But yeah, like if a woman is very modest in her living and she's not high maintenance and she don't need a lot, and she's very good with money, I can see that type of woman. I can see, okay, she can stay home, take care of the house and the kid, and then she can rely on her husband's check, depending on how much he make. But they have to both agree that they're not going to live high off the hog, and they're very modest spenders, and the way they live is modest, very modest. Even if they live in a wooden house, or they lived in a shotgun house or a wooden house, and she don't care. She just thankful. Those are one of those thankful women. They just wake up thankful. Right. Thank you, God, for my wooden house and my husband and my children. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the little bit we got. I can see a situation like that where, okay, the dude working and she's staying home, But what I'm saying is, most women, they just like to find the things. They like nice things. They want a, nice car. They want that.
Then let them go find somebody that got it for them. Which isn't it interesting though that this economy is so bad for them, but it's not bad for y'all sassy straights to provide to them. Did I say that right? So when it comes to them and their money, it's a hard economy. Oh my God, it's Donald Trump's fault. It's very expensive. The eggs is high, the milk is high. But when it comes to you sassy straights, treating them, caring for them, paying for shit for them, you gotta make $250,000. You gotta take me out to here. You gotta take me to Castro, Pastros, and Mastros. Oh, so the economy is bad for your punk asses that's equal, but not for them. Who's your equal? So who's the bum at the end of the day? Ooh, y'all don't want to hear that. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Oh, y'all don't want to hear that? I'm a little bit confused. That's what you be saying about, like, even me. Oh, just because my black ass, kiss my ass, okay? Because I worked. We just talked about that. We worked when we were children. We have a work ethic. We know what needs to be done. We take care of what needs to be done. Don't mean that I don't like nice things, and it don't mean that I don't spend money, because I absolutely do. But child, it comes to a point where sometimes, you know what? The answer is fucking no. The answer is no, and you have to wait. You have to work for it. You have to save for it. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. You think I give a fuck what anybody on the internet thinks? They ain't paying shit to y'all. Y'all care about that shit, especially bitches care about what other bitches think. Child, I told y'all, I know bitches. I do. They want what other bitches have, and they want to fucking flex for nothing. To the detriment of themselves and kids. You wasn't meant to be out here by your damn self. Whoever said it a lot earlier is talking about how they want to separate because that's more that gets spent. So if you're one man and one woman that were together and you separate, now you got two different rents, you got or mortgages, whatever. You got two different electric bills, you got two different cable bills or whatever you do. You got two different cell phone bills. It's double now. As opposed to if you was together, there's one rent or mortgage, there's one electric bill, there's one cable bill. You see how that work? Yeah, do you see how that work? Y'all not trying to hear that. Y'all not trying to hear that. That's fine. You're not going to take my knowledge and poo-poo it when I know damn well I know what the fuck works and you don't. And I'm specifically talking to Gen Z right now. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all can't tell me shit. Just as like I know if you got $240,000, you motherfuckers think that you're going to be chilling. I'm telling you, you're not making $240,000 and going in the office at 9 p.m. and leaving at 2 p.m. It's not happening. If y'all think that them COOs, CEOs, and all them SVPs are going home with their salaries at 3 o'clock after coming in at 9, you're a fool. That's not how it works. And they always have to be on call. If you got to be on a call because Asia is open at 2 a.m. on EST time, your motherfucking ass better set the alarm and be up, dressed properly on Zoom to take that call. That's what you get paid $240,000 for. I'm going to stick to the 120 and leave at 3 o'clock. Don't tell me about what I do now. This bitch over here talking about her time is being bought. Girl, shut the fuck up.
I mean, most Americans, most Americans, bro. Because how many dudes do you know that get up and actually go out to the woods every weekend and just go camp? Or you know what I mean? Cats is going on vacation. Cats ain't really getting their hands dirty like that unless they some type of real blue collar labor. But like we got to admit to ourselves as people who've been groomed into this American lifestyle, we're all kind of lackadaisical and materialistic to the point to where we've become so used to the amenities that's being provided. We don't got the same type of fortitude to do those things you're talking about. Be grateful for just the house and the this and the that. Like, I want the house and I want the, I need the bathroom to be a certain type of way. Like, and it ain't nothing against that. It's the way we've been groomed in America to just, understand life moving forward. So we can't take that away from people based on the way that if we grew up in another country, maybe it'd be different. We grew up here, you know what I mean? So we can't judge our women based on the way that we also been conditioned, you know what I mean, to live our lives as well as men. We want the finer things too. It might not be the same materialistic thing women want, but niggas want them good tools. Niggas want the good chainsaw to go out on the yard. Go ahead.
Here's the thing though, Bobby. We all are victim to the propaganda, right? They throwing these commercials at all of us every day, all day. They throwing these department stores and jewelry, nice restaurants. We seeing commercials left and right. The men and the women are seeing these commercials and all this propaganda. Everybody's being influenced. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. I'm taking a digital marketing class right now, and all they do is put shit in front of us. All they do is put shit in front of us. The ads on Instagram, the ads that come up on YouTube, the ads that are being played during our live streams, all they're doing is advertising to us every day, all day. It might be worse now than what it was when we watched TV because most of us stream. Most of us probably stream. So the amount of commercials that we used to get on TV probably is nothing compared to what the hell it is. And then it's strategic in TV shows and stuff, strategic advertising with different things that are being advertised in the daggone show. Always subliminally advertising to us. That's how I get my grandkids presents during Christmas. An ad gonna come up on Instagram. I'll be like, oh, that's cute. I buy it. And then all I get is more ads all the time, all the time, all the time. Always advertising. Always advertising.
Yeah, everybody's when television was invented, and then advertisers and stuff, that game was over. Now before television and before the commercials and stuff, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I can see when it was less influence and everything. Yeah, I get that. But ever since the propaganda was full steam ahead at an all-time high, like you said, it ain't just the women, it's the men too. Everybody want nice things. Everybody want to, at least one pair of Jordan every year or 6 months or something. Everybody wants some $200 shoes, or everybody want a nice car. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want a dependable car. They want that car they seen on their commercial that was endorsed by what name here? I don't know, Stephon Curry. They want that car there. So, and then it's very what was it say? This is a very comparative nation of people, like the world we're living in. People comparing each other, and it's very ego driven now. So I agree with you, man. It's not just the women, it's the men too. Lady D said working since the age 15. Now I still work full time. Get a monthly social security check and monthly retirement pension. Damn shame it took this many years. Now I have 12 grandchildren to help with. Damn. God bless your soul, sis. God bless your soul. Lost in Translation said women didn't shop at Shein. They got patterns and made their own clothes. Yeah, back then, they was more skillful. They were more skillful. Your great grandma them had more skills. Yeah, they knew how to sew. More women cooked back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more women cook back then. Y'all up here complaining about fucking slavery because you got to cook for your own damn family. Listen, Trent a little crazy with the cook on demand. Nigga, I got food in the refrigerator. If you can't go warm it up with our modern day amenities, that microwave, the toaster oven, what else is there? There's something else. The convectioner's oven, and that ninja thing. If you can't warm that shit up, I don't know what to tell you. Shit, there's a refrigerator full of shit to eat. Nobody, we got to make some things make sense. We got all these amenities. We got a certain amount of time. Let's just go ahead and cook, and you can just get what it is that you need as you want it. It's called leftovers. I don't know when people became too good for leftovers. I'm a firm believer in leftovers.
You're liable to find somebody with a garden, right? Or even if they didn't have a farm, they had a small little garden where they was growing tomatoes and collard greens and bell peppers and stuff like that.
Air fryer, yes,
Yeah.
you boo.
And to the point, you could do all those things today. I think when you say stuff like that, you keep on, miss the point of.
Look at that. LIT, Lost in Translation, says guys worked on their own cars. How about that? Any of these young men know how to work on cars? A skill that will never go bad as long as we got normal cars. Now, if y'all keep doing Teslas, I don't know nothing about that. But if you keep having normal cars and people keep having normal cars run by gas and everything, so you telling me that there's not going to be a need for a mechanic, a blue collar worker? So we're never going to need mechanics? That don't require you to go to college.
2025 today, they close on like first hand or second hand. You can't get around that, right? And then you're not adding in the technological advance. How much easier they're making things, right? For one, most of this stuff is at the touch of your finger. Like you gotta try to beat the advancement of technology and inflation, which is a hard bargain. You gotta try to tell somebody like that sweatshirt you got on. Man, you doing that yourself might take you 4-5 weeks, man, versus you just click, like, man, and the same $50, $60 worth of material. You like, man, I just get this to a nigga and just get shit shipped to me in 2 days versus put all that work in. Like that's the trade-off that we made for some of these things. You dig?
Shout out to the World Class. He said on the show, they say they're not weak like their grandmothers that could make their own clothes and had more skills. Absolutely. Child, these people freaking klarnaing and affirming DoorDash. But these are the people that people listen to over here on TikTok. Bitch, you are klarnering McDonald's. You can't even afford McDonald's. You can't even afford fucking wings at Wingstop. You got to make payments on that shit. Oh, it costs so much. It don't cost that much. You don't need it then. You don't need it. Carrying on about free food stamps that come to you for free and talking about it's not right that you can't buy shit. Buy it your fucking self.
Men don't work on their own cars no more because most cars now is computers. Ain't no more real, like a real mechanic today is gonna damn near have to have a C++, some type of Microsoft, you know what I'm saying? Some type of degree from Microsoft for breaking down computers. Yeah, you gotta be tech savvy. You don't know about chips, and this ain't your like when my granddad used to take me out there and say, hey man, reach up under there, hit that start, you know, stuff like that. This ain't that no more, dog. You reach up under there, you damn near, you gonna total your car out there, get the banging on stuff, man. You gonna break up your whole chipboard. So this is a different level of technology and advancement that we're dealing with, and we keep on.
Well, I guess that's something that they're gonna have to learn, because I'm pretty sure you still need mechanics, because I'm sure there's some chip in my damn truck that you still need somebody to fix it. I certainly know that you need it for an oil change and tires. I mean, yeah, that could be done at home, but I just be going straight to what is that place called? I forget what it's called. Where you drive in, child, I'm old. You drive in and they do your oil change and you drive out. Valvoline. Love Valvoline. Because I remember the days back in the day where when you went to get an oil change, you had to get out of the car and let them have the car and sit in that greasy ass area with the black ass, funky ass coffee with a bunch of white men and a bunch of other men or whoever that was sitting there waiting for their cars to get fixed. Shout out to the modern day and Valvoline, child.
You know what I'm saying? You can make that happen today. You can spend less money today, but way quicker than you know what I'm saying, you're able to actually make more money. You know, people want to keep up.
Oh, this is a good point that he made. Instead of worrying about making more money, you can spend less money quicker than finding a way to make more money. Shout out to Freezy.
Same lifestyles are very addictive. It's like crack. You know, it's like once you get used to a certain lifestyle, it's addictive. It's like a comfort zone. You don't want to change it. But if you change you can change your lifestyle today. You know, while you up here, you know, on the computer, I forgot what that damn app called where people be trying to put their resume on for jobs and stuff. I forgot what the Indeed. You on Indeed every day trying to look for a job, trying to get a job that pay more money, uploading your resume every day, and you know. You're getting restless and you're getting stressed out because nobody calling you back. But guess what you can do today? You can start cutting back on your spending. That's how you can see more money in your bank account. That's how you can be able to pay that, you know, you won't be short on that bill that you were short on last month. But a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people, that's how powerful that shit is, man. A lot of people don't want to change their lifestyle and they don't want to feel like they're suffering. Their lifestyle is suffering, right? But it's all about discipline. Like all of this shit we talking about is discipline. A person that is more disciplined sexually, they're a better person. A person that's more disciplined financially and their spending, they're a better person. A person that's more disciplined eating wise and what they actually consume is a better person. Discipline will change your life for the better all the way around. Before you say that, let me see. In world class, they say they're not weak like their grandmothers. That could make their own clothes and more skills. Go ahead, Bobby.
Oh man, that world class is up. Great. Shout out to world class.
Shout out to world class, man. You know.
I mean, if that's how you feel about world class, like if we're not taking into account that that's an issue that everybody got to deal with. You know, men and women. And I agree with you that you know the women of today might not be the grannies of yesterday. But if we're gonna say that, we gotta also say the men of today ain't the granddaddies of yesterday. You see what I'm saying? This ain't we're not dealing with the same for the most part. Who you are is who you're gonna attract. But if we're looking at a specific archetype, social demographic of black people, you're only gonna find that, and you're gonna keep finding that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not saying that what you said. Go ahead.
Sierra and Megan Thee Stallion missing a lot of these women up, dog. Because between Sierra's prayer and Megan Thee Stallion on how a lot of women feel like she winning with Klay Thompson, a lot of that really keep a lot of women with that same hopeful mentality, and that's just not reality, man. You know
that I don't know. I don't know about none of that. But this thing with Sierra's prayer or whatever, them women ain't gonna go for no damn what is his name? Russell Wilson. They not. Russell Wilson is not on the internet. He ain't out here bragging about shit. He ain't out here talking shit. That man go to work and go home to that damn family. That's it. Hell, I don't even think Sierra does too much out on the internet and in people's faces. I'm not saying she don't participate in shit, but She ain't out here on these blogs like you see some of these other daggone people. Now, Meg, you see her all over the daggone place. Last thing I saw, she was cooking for fucking Thanksgiving. Girl, we don't give a fuck. Everybody is cooking for Thanksgiving. You are not doing anything special. But people just be all, oh, look at Meg cooking. Y'all shut up. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Why do y'all gotta put all this shit out here for everyone to see? And like I said to Freezy, which you about to bring up, who the fuck thinks that Meg and Klay Thompson are gonna get married, Bueller? Who thinks that their end game is marriage? A Bueller? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Everybody, like a lot of women want to be, what's the name of that fairy tale? They want to be Cinderella, man. A lot of women want that Cinderella story, but the sooner
Man, this
you
America,
actually,
man.
That's America.
Yeah, we spin the weave of vicariousness, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, men do it too. You know what I mean? It's cats who you knew, man. You could have told that dude in the 6th grade, boy, you could have been gave up on your hoop dream, but couldn't nobody tell him nothing. In his eyes, he see himself as Kobe. He didn't want to be, he didn't want to put the work in and be, to your point, disciplined enough to say, hey, look, I should do this, I should do that, I should set myself up for this. You know what I mean? It's all, and black people got that bad. That's one thing I can't admit. Throwing our eggs all in one basket and saying, hey, if this don't work, I'll just see where the chips land and just pick it up from there. And that's kind of, men and women, black men and women, have their own way of going about that.
Shout out to Messy
So to your point
Mashawn
with the Megan Thee Stallion, kind of.
Oh, you might win out, Bobby. Shout out to Messy Mashawn, my sister, Messy Mashawn Live, for the $5. Super chat. She said, you speaking facts. Discipline. Yes, discipline, man. Messy Mashawn said, who thinks Meg and Klay getting married? I don't think they're gonna last. I don't think they're gonna last towards the middle of next year. I don't know. They seem like they're best friends now. I don't know, but and who knows? Klay Thompson might be a cup. I don't know, but
And let's see what happens this time next year, Christmas 2026.
This is amazing.
See what the relationship status is of Meg and Klay Thompson. Thank you, my fave. He said Meg the male horse cooking equals bare minimum. Like seriously, yeah. She did all this, put this video together, and everybody's like, "Yeah, sis, go, sis." I'm like, "Yo, shut the fuck up."
The point that I'm trying to make, Bobby, and shout out to Jalen in the building. The point, and I see your question, Genesis. Let me highlight Genesis. Genesis said, "Freezy, do you think our spiritual respect to the word is also why we work so hard like we do? Faith without works is dead. A man who don't work don't eat." Well, no, that's factual, But a lot of people don't really live by those principles, man. A lot of people, we live in a society where we want a lot for a little. We're trying to find shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's why, it was so many PPP loan scandals. And, that's why you can't get a lot of people to work the same jobs that the Mexicans wanted to work. Yeah, that's why I don't understand why they're trying to kick all these damn Mexicans out of the United States. I understand, but I'm just saying, shit, man, a lot of people don't want to work them damn jobs no more. People don't want to go pick watermelon no more and fruit, and the people don't want to do that shit no more, but the conversation been wrong the whole time, in my opinion, Bobby, as far as this high value man stuff and, wanting a man to make a certain amount of money. These conversations we've been having, it's been a waste of time, Bobby. The whole time we're supposed to been having conversations about how a man and a woman can make it work in a house, how you can make it work, how you can cut back on spending. We've been talking about if you don't make a certain amount of money, you're not good enough. No, what we should have been talking about the whole time is how to cut back on spending, how to be frugal. A valuable man is a man that know how to spend money wisely. It's not necessarily about how much money he make. I know for women it sounds nice, and it'd be it's a nice thing to have a man that makes $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year. But what most women should be looking for in a man is how responsible he is, how disciplined he is. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's not materialistic, if he's not trying to impress the Joneses and stuff, we need to bring that. Stop trying to impress the Joneses back into communities and into households. That's what's
a responsible man, a disciplined man, a man who budgets. You think that's what they looking for? They don't know those words. Let me write one on. We have responsible. Let me see. Did I have discipline? I don't think we did discipline. Let me write that down. Discipline. They ain't trying to hear none of that. They ain't trying to hear none of that. It's do you have pretty hair and bow legs and allegedly have money. That's it. Can't imagine why it's not working out, right? Nope, that don't make no sense. Nope, that's just white supremacy at work, child, probably. And it's all Donald Trump's fault. That's why I say that these biatches don't be getting to know these people, which is what RBM was saying on his segment, because most of these kids weren't made out of love. They was made by accident. And then the adjustments are made, not all the adjustments that need to be made, but adjustments are made for something that you didn't want to begin with. You didn't want to begin with. Both of our kids was playing. Both of them. Both of them. These people don't be planning, child, they don't even be planning meals. You think they planning life-altering changes in events and no one thinks that that's a problem, and then don't even be taking enough time to be figuring out who the damn man is. They don't be saying nothing like that. He gotta be 6 feet tall. He gotta make 6 figures. All this dumb shit. All that dumb shit. Not knowing who he is, what his family is, what they look like, because that's going to have a bearing on who the hell he is, how he grew up. God forbid if you check his criminal history or ask him if he's a criminal, child, most of the time they probably know. Is he responsible? Does he spend a lot? No. If he spends a lot, they think that's a good thing. Because I need a bag. You date on your fucking class. You date in your class. You bitches want people up here and you coming with 55 million children. Date in your class. Poors. Shout out to the poors. Poors, date each other, okay? Fake poors, date each other. Middle class, date each other. Rich people ain't looking for y'all. I don't care what nobody says. For the predominant amount are not looking for fucking poors. Let it go. People that make this much money ain't checking for y'all. This is not Pretty Woman. That shit don't work out like that. You sitting up here trying to be a whore and look like one for these people up here. You think they taking you to the daggone Christmas party? They not. You think they taking you to the horse race thing like they did in Pretty Woman? They not. You over here living a fake fucking life. Find another fucking poor just like you and go ahead and live your life and build together to make yourself up here to the middle class. Then you can, I'm not saying you separate, but child, then look for somebody on the middle class. That's what you used to do. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to listen, child. Do what you want. We don't give a fuck. Stop asking other people for help, though. Because when it comes down to right now with Christmas being, 3-4 days away, now all of a sudden, all this crap about the angel tree and shit. How you going to complain about free shit when your ass can't even afford shit for your own fucking kid? You're the fucking bum. You're the bum. You didn't know you had a kid? Question. I got questions. Question. Poors. Y'all didn't know you had kids? Fake poors. Y'all didn't know you had kids? Bums. Not literal bums. Y'all didn't know you had kids? Y'all didn't know what the date was? Y'all didn't know Christmas was coming? Y'all didn't know that school was coming? So y'all don't know shit. Bums. How you gonna talk about somebody else when y'all clearly don't know when days are? I mean, I know you be lying, but I'm just saying you can't do it. So how you gonna be mad and talk about somebody else? Those are your spawn, not mine. Fuck y'all. I got my own to take care of, and all they spawn that I gotta be worried about. You think I'm supposed to be worried about yours? I know. You're not Christian because the way you talking. That don't make me not a Christian. That makes me realistic. That makes me not have a bleeding heart. That's what that makes me. Just because I'm Christian doesn't mean that I should give you what I have. What are y'all giving? I got a question. What do y'all give? When do y'all give back? Y'all always talking about what somebody ain't doing for y'all. When do y'all give back? When do y'all do something for somebody else? When do y'all get what's it called? When do y'all get an angel tree and do an angel tree for somebody else? A Toys for Tot for somebody else? That other thing for somebody else? When, child? When? Child, y'all don't do it for the new school year. Y'all don't do it for Thanksgiving. Y'all don't do it for Christmas. When do y'all give anything back? You don't. Fuck y'all. And I don't feel bad. Lord, forgive me. I don't feel bad at all.
Truth is, I'm tired.
Y'all don't ever give back. All you do is ask and look for somebody else to give you something and then complain about what the fuck you get for free. All y'all want is free shit. Then you think you're going to tell the people with the shit how they gonna give you the free shit and give them the rules when you ain't got shit? Where they do that at? Child, clearly in the poor sector. I try my best without laughing, y'all. Clearly in the poor sector, that's where y'all do it. Child, keep that shit in the poor sector because I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. You think you're better than everybody else? I ain't say that. You said that. You said that. I didn't say that. What you didn't listen to me is you didn't listen to me when I said I was working at $4.25 an hour. You don't want to hear that. You didn't hear me when I said I've been working since I was 14 fucking years old and ain't stopped since. You didn't hear me when I said I live with my grandmother in a house where there was roaches and there was a lot of people living there and there was mice. Y'all don't want to hear that. No, you just want to y'all always looking at the now. When I choose to give you some information, you choose to ignore it. You don't want to take nobody's experience to try to help your ass out. But y'all would rather listen to losers who ain't got shit, but you claim that that's what you want, that ain't got the shit that you're looking for. You go to the wrong people every single daggone time. Then you're talking about you can't do it because you don't have or because some damn man, because you didn't do what RBN told y'all to do. You don't listen to him. You don't listen to me. Who the fuck do y'all listen to? Oh, yeah, all the wrong people. You listen to Meg Thee Stallion because she made a fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Fuck that bitch, okay? She ain't doing nothing spectacular around this motherfucker. Y'all certainly was complaining when daggone child Trump or child the Democrats stopped them damn food stamps, but y'all don't even look too much into it to see that it was the fucking Democrats that stopped that shit, that was telling y'all, fuck y'all. Y'all don't even look enough into it to see that they want the illegals to stay here who've been taking y'all shit since they got here. Y'all don't give a shit about that because, child, if the pro-blacks tell you white supremacy and Trump is the problem, you believe it hook, line, and fucking sinker. Y'all do this shit to yourself. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for y'all. Child, somebody is. It ain't me. I'll take this one on the chest. It ain't me. You like being poor, be poor. I ain't talking to Meemaw, Paw, veterans, or disabled. I'm talking about you whores that just have kids because you think somebody's supposed to give a fuck. You don't even give a fuck about your kids. I don't know why you think we supposed to give a fuck. I don't know why you think we supposed to give shit up. Child, keep waiting on the government. Keep waiting on the government. Keep waiting on Ma'am Danby. Shout out to Freezy, but I'm done. It's almost 4 hours. I'm not doing a Sandra Faye. Shout out to her, child. Child, I could do this all day. You know what? I think I'm going to do the angel tree tomorrow. I think that's what tomorrow's live stream is going to be. So hopefully y'all will be here so I can just show you how poor the poors are, and the poors got the audacity and the nerve to talk about somebody else when they poor. How the fuck you going to talk about somebody else when you can't do it, going to complain when somebody else try to help your poor ass? It just solidifies the reason why I'm not helping y'all. Help your GD self. Get a fucking husband. Get him to help you. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Let me stop for I get in trouble. Anyway, shout out to all of y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to RBN. Pretty sure you are the stream sponsor. Thank you so much for allowing me to look at your videos. Shout out to Freezy and allowing me to look at his video. And shout out to Trent for hanging in there for as long as he could. I do believe FDNHT will be on later on tonight. I don't know if anything is posted, y'all. I'm about to go find me something to eat, and hopefully y'all doing the same thing. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you comment. No outro, y'all. I got to go. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there. We on tomorrow, I think 10 a.m. EST. I'll go ahead and put the thumbnail up in before the end of the night. So hopefully y'all will come back. I appreciate y'all. I see you all in the next